comic gun flipping around. Comic gun flipping around. I'm taking my time, I kick a car. I tell you something. Oh no! I killed my friend.
Looking for manga and anime collectibles? We have manga, toy, anime collectibles, complete collections, and so much more at Ultimate Comics.
Welcome to Ultimate Comics. We're the biggest shop in North Carolina, which makes us your pop culture destination. We have everything from Funko Pops to sideshow collectibles, hot toys, graphic novels and manga, a whole room dedicated to back issues filled with keys, and a giant wall filled with new comics. So come on down and see all your friends at your friendly neighborhood Ultimate Comics.
Flipping around.
We have 3 shows a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Facebook page. We have key issues, sets, new books, hot variants, and I mean, we do special events all the time. We just had Tankers #1 signed by Rob Venditti available on the show, and we're actually getting those shipped out right now. We're a little bit behind schedule. Well, how are you coming along with that, Rob? We gotta get these out.
I'm going as fast as I can. He's doing covers now? What the fuck? I love it.
Hey kids, want to hear about the best comic book show on YouTube? It's What to Pick Up This Week! Starring Harrison and Sienna from Ultimate Comics. Find out what books to grab each week, from the best stories to the hottest covers, and never be alone again!
What the first appearance this week? You were like,
black suit.
yeah. What?
Yeah.
So what's coming out this week? Marvel Comics.
Marvel
Big
Comics.
new
Let's
release.
start. Yeah.
And they're also doing really cool 1 in 50 symbiote blanks.
Flipping through it, and the art looks phenomenal.
Everyone's gonna be after this. I'm sure it's gonna be double, triple ratio.
So nice.
Yeah, that's him writing it. He had the obviously really long-running Flash Rebirth series. James Herron does the Ultra Mega cover, and Tilly Walden and Charlie Adler both do Walking Dead covers.
It captures everything that I love about Superman, like that wish fulfillment, that hopefulness. It's fantastic.
You want photos or you want to kill him?
I want a shot. Some people want that.
Little Francis Yu does a 1 in 25, and Pepe Larraz does that little sweet 1 in 50. So a lot of really.
You have options.
Number 1.
Both covers.
Well, it's gonna
1
have
in
a lower.
25 in the
It's
same
gonna have a lower print run.
to do a really beautiful 1 in 25.
No one's gonna want that. Though.
No, J. Scott Campbell.
J. Scott Campbell. Chewie is just like chucking Dingo.
A good horror book,
Yeah.
which this is horror as well, and has to do with the legend of the Bunny Mask.
You get a gorgeous Peach Momoko aforementioned Scarlet Witch cover. Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. It is the Moon Knight exclusive by Joe Gisco.
Hey, please let us host the Eisners next year.
Rick and Morty comics. Like die, like you.
1 in 50. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. That's a good. Now that's a look.
Now that's a
With
look.
the ears.
That's a look. All right.
All right. Like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
Just got.
Mamo? Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo. Mamo.
I wear my sunglasses anytime
Boy.
Give him out the mind breaker!
Berserker, Boom Studios.
Mr. Eyebrow, I smell your eyebrow, Mr. Eyebrow, wandering down the avenue, swinging a cane, feeling no pain, Mr. Eyebrow, I smell you.
walking around. Dun, dun.
But I raise my head from sorrow, and I look right to tomorrow. I look it in its one good eye, and I say, I'm Kid Country. Yeah!
Hey y'all, welcome to the Thursday Night Live show. I'm back. It's Zach here hosting the show again. So, gonna get us started like usual. If it's your first time watching the show, make sure you fill out our claim form in that first pinned comment or in the description of the show. That lets us know where we're sending your books to and how you're paying for them. Pretty vital information overall. As far as shipping goes, it is $8 flat rate shipping across the entire continental US, and that does include both your Tuesday and Thursday show purchases. As far as claims go, as you can see, we debuted these on Tuesday. They're really nice. New letter tags. When you're putting a claim in the chat, make sure you're putting both the letter placement as well as like a description for the book. So if I have a Batman on D, put D Batman or Batman D or something along those lines, just so you know what specifically which book you're trying to get. And then as far as multiple claims in the same book goes, we do stream on both YouTube and Facebook. So there are two separate chats. We get both of them on our side, you know, in the correct order, both of them together, everything like that. So when we say, you know, someone got a claim, just trust us. We got the master feed on our end. So we get everything in the correct order over here. And I think that's it for my starting spiel.
I'm gonna take it back.
Oh, we're gonna take things back a little bit.
Because I'm cutting off like half your head when you're standing a little bit closer.
Just make it all forehead. It perfectly cuts off. So just like you can imagine, I have like a leader style forehead going on above the camera. All right, let's go ahead and get some books up tonight. First things first. This is going to be Amazing Spider-Man number 500. This is from the Straczynski run with John Romita Jr. and Sr. doing the interior art on this one. And you got this amazing J. Scott Campbell cover on there. That is going to go up here on A for Amazing. On B, let's do Wolverine Inner Fury. This is like a one-shot graphic novel type thing from Marvel Comics with Chichester writing and the amazing Psychovics doing art and this brilliant cover up here. Once again, that is in near mint condition for $15. I don't think I said the condition on this one. Near mint for $25 on that. Amazing Spider-Man 500. On C, let's do World's Finest number 219. This is in fine condition for $8. Great Nick Cardy cover here with Batman and Superman investigating this big footprint and saying, there's nothing that's this big that can cause this footprint. But as you can see by that shadow, they are certainly wrong. That is going to go up here for Cardy cover. I don't know.
Yeah, that works.
That works.
George wants to know if you do A for 20, you would 25.
I'll do that for 20. Replacing that on A, let's do Captain America number 313. This is in very fine minus condition for $5, and it's going to have your Death of MODOK. So, you know, if you weren't really into his appearance in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, hey, you can celebrate that fact even more by getting the Death of MODOK here. Captain America 313, very fine minus condition for $5 on A. On D, let's do Avengers number 125. This is in fine minus condition for $10. Great cover here featuring Thanos, done by Ron Wilson and John Romita Sr. Once again, that's fine minus condition for $10 on D. On E, I'm just rapid fire getting this board filled up for y'all real quick to start the show off. On E, we're going to do Blue Beetle number 24. This is a near mint minus condition for $10 with Len Wein doing the scripting on this issue. The great Len Wein. On F, yeah, that's F. On F, we are going to be doing The Adventures of Batman. I think that's how this translates. This is in fine condition for $15. This is The Adventures of Batman number 2, and this is actually the Italian edition of The Adventures of Batman. So it's based off the animated series, and it's the Italian edition. Fine condition for $15 on F.
Zach Jr. wants to know if you would do cap on A for 3, you would at 5.
I'll do that for 3. On A to replace that, Captain America. I'm so excited to put this one up. It's so awesome. This is Mr. T and the T-Force number 1 from Now Comics. Near mint condition, written by Neil Adams. And it has the gold foil logo, and it's signed by Mr. T. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's pretty much like right underneath the sticky note there. This is signed by Mr. T, going up on A. Once again, near mint condition for $50.
John Panto wants to know if you C for 5, you would at 8.
I'll do that for 5. Replacing that book on C, let's do Daredevil, Man Without Fear, number 165. This is in very fine condition for $15. You got Daredevil taking on Dr. Octopus with this great Miller and Jansen cover. Going on C to replace, once again, that book we had up there a second ago, that World's Finest.
What is the issue number on D?
That is going to be Avengers number 125 in fine minus condition for $10. Also, we know that sometimes the little signs may cover up like the sticky notes. So let us know if you want us to move the sticky so you can see all the information or whatever while we're still figuring out these new letter signs. Going on, what I got open? I got G. On G, let's do Marvel Comics Fun and Games Magazine number 2. This is in very fine condition for $15, and it is unused. All the pages are still clean on the inside, so hey, if you want to enjoy some fun and games, here you go. Very fine condition for $15 on G for games.
Willie's picking up Daredevil on C.
Sweet.
Yeah, we might want to move the sticky note on B over, because it just, you can see that
Covered.
it's in the 10s, but not...
Yeah, the specific. That better?
Yes.
There we go. Going on C now to replace that Daredevil. Let's do Masters of the Universe. This is going to be your 3 sets. There's going to be 3 one-shots in here. You have your Origin for He-Man, Origin for Hordak, and Origin for Skeletor, all in near mint condition for $28. There's that He-Man one, and then there's a good look at the Skeletor one there on the back.
That's
Once again,
rad.
near mint condition, 3 one-shots there for $28 on C.
Any She-Hulk?
There might be. I haven't seen any when I was looking through it right before the show, but I'll keep an eye out as I flip through the boxes going forward. But for right now, let's go on H. On H, I'm replacing Action Comics 441. Very fine minus condition for $8. One of my favorite tropes of Superman just being mean on a cover. Flash trying to greet him saying, "Hey, what you doing in Central City?" And he just gets a, punch square to the jaw by Superman. That's going to go down here on H.
D's Avengers 125.
Yep, 125. And then finishing out our board is going to be Harley Quinn number 10. This is from the Amanda Conner run. Very fine near mint condition for $15. And this is going to be the 1-in-25 Amanda Conner ratio variant going down here on I. Once again, near mint condition, or very fine near mint condition for $15. Now that I got the board filled, how was everyone's weekend? Who went to go see Ant-Man? I know I did. I thought it was pretty good. I know kind of reviews have been a bit everywhere, but I kind of went in with tempered expectations, and I enjoyed myself watching that.
What is on C?
But no spoilers. Daniel hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm behind.
Yeah. On C, that is Masters of the Universe, Origin of He-Man, Skeletor, and Hordak. All three of those one-shots together are all in near mint condition. That whole set's going to be $28. I'm going to put this over here so you can see it a little bit better. Anyone spoiling it for you over there?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's a good sign.
I hope it continues that way. I'm usually the one that's behind.
Yeah, I got lucky because I had Sunday off, so I was able to fit it in when I bought this new Cantina shirt that I'm rocking today. Rocking the Cantina shirt and my Alien shirt, all in celebration for Blue Book, which was my favorite book that came out this week. So great, the Tinian UFO stories. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I requested it. I just haven't picked up my books yet for this week.
It's so good.
It's Tinian.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy theory. It's an alien thing. It's his wheelhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it's great. All the covers for it are phenomenal too. I can't wait to see what comes forward from that series.
Because he did that one single issue of Department of Truth that was really alien.
Yeah, that was really alien focused, and this is
that.
diving even deeper into that rabbit hole. Could probably replace this Wolverine on B at this point, I think.
Yeah, and then would you do fun games? Would you do G for 10? You would at 15.
Can I get, because it's unused, can I get 12 for it and it's all yours? Going on B to replace that Wolverine is going to be Secret Wars, the Jonathan Hickman one from 2015. Near mint condition, number 1 for $30 right there. Don't have this yet. Get it now. Ready anticipation for the Secret Wars movies, because I feel like this thing's only going to jump up even more, especially since they announced new Ultimate Universe content, which pretty much in my mind almost guarantees that the 2015 version of Secret Wars is the one they're going to use for the movies going forward. So grab it now while it's still $30.
Alright, 12 works for G.
Sweet.
Willie, just let us know if you have a separate offer for I then, since you had a combo offer with those.
Yeah.
Would you do... Chris St. George wants to know if you do that signed Mr. T for 25, give it a 50.
I can't let it go that low. It's so cool. If you could do 38 for it, it's all yours.
Nathan is picking up Blue Beetle on E.
Alright, I actually got a couple copies of that one, so I actually got one left up there if anyone else wants that Blue Beetle number 24. And then on G, to replace that Fun and Games, I'm going to put The Brave and the Bold number 124 featuring Batman and Sergeant Rock. This is in fine condition for $5. And I just love this Aparo cover. It's so great and so meta. Aparo, the artist of this cover, is being held at gunpoint to make it so that Sergeant Rock kills Batman in this issue, or else he's gonna die. It's just so great, so fun. Just having the artist held up at gunpoint to do a specific storyline. I always love whenever the artists or writers of a series get threatened by their own creations, which typically happens a lot more in super meta stuff, or especially Deadpool multiple times.
Would you do I for 12? You would at 15 for Willie. Is that Harley Quinn?
Yeah, I can do that for 12, and I actually got a couple copies of that one as well, so if anyone else wants that Harley ratio for 12, let us know.
George Hutchins is picking up Brave and the Bold on G.
Sweet. I picked the wrong Sharpie, but I think that's legible enough. Taking down that Brave and the Bold on G, and replacing it is going to be oh god, I always butcher this guy's last name. Sergio Aragonos, I don't know. I'm sorry, I butchered the name, but it is going to be Massacres Marvel and Destroys DC. These two one-shots that he did, spoofing Marvel and DC Universe. Very fine near mint condition for both your copies of these books. The set's going to be $12 down there on G. Probably can replace this Avengers on D at this point. And I'm going to replace that with... Let's do this gorgeous copy of Detective Comics 831. This is a near mint condition for $8. Absolutely gorgeous cover there, black and white, featuring Batman and Harley. That is going to go up here on D for Detective, $8 near mint condition.
Alan Rook picking up Harley Quinn on I.
Alright, I got one last one on that Harley Quinn on I. For that 1 in 25 Amanda Connor ratio.
Willie's picking up the Sergio Agonis
on G. Sweet. Alrighty.
Jennifer's picking up Detective on D.
Alrighty. Apparently I chose some good books to start off the night with. But now I gotta pick something even better because it's been about time for a key issue to come up. Let's do...
that Detective was $8.31.
Yes. I'm gonna do this one because it's really fun and really cool. This going on. Let's do it on D. On D, this is going to be Wizard Magazine #1 with the poster still included. Very fine condition for $150. So if you're trying to collect your Wizard Magazine, you're missing that #1. This is going to be it for you up here on D. And since this is kind of like our first real pricey book of the night, I think I'm going to give the whole spiel on layaways real quick. If you're interested in a book like this, but can't pay it all at once, we do offer layaways on items on the live show. The way that works is a 10% initial deposit that's non-refundable, and then over the course of 6 months, you get 6 months to pay it off, so that's like 15% a month. If you want to pay more, if you get like your tax return or, get a little bonus from work or whatever, let us know. We can work out a different, charge for whatever invoice that is. And then just so you know, you can only have one layaway at a time, so you can't load up on layaways. But if you have an active layaway, want to put something new on layaway that's up here, let us know. We can invoice you for the rest of the one you have going on and then put you on a new one as well at the same time. But that's our whole spiel for layaways.
Nathan, I got you for a copy of Blue Beetle on E. We just have multiple copies.
Yeah, we had a couple copies on that one, so we got yours set to the side already. We just have this extra one up here right now.
But just let us know if you wanted 2 copies. We countered A at 38.
Yes. Going on G now. Let's do Action Comics number 510. Very fine condition for $8. Ooh, excuse me. Another great Superman just being mean cover. Lex Luthor gets shot there saying, "Aren't you supposed to protect all life?" And Superman just coldly saying, "Except for yours, Luthor." That is going to go down here on G. Once again, very fine condition for $8 for that Action Comics number. We're checking the number 510 going on to G.
Billy is saying, my boss would say that my bonus is that he has not fired me yet.
I think my bonus here at Ultimate Comics is just being able to be here every single day. Aww. I mean, the money would help too, but I guess this is good enough. Oh, let's see. What do we got?
Nathan's picking up the Action on G.
Sweet. Someone else enjoys Superman being a big meanie. Replacing that on G. Let's do This is a Alien vs. Predator one-shot from Dark Horse Comics. Very fine condition for $6. It is Alien vs. Predator Booty is the subtitle in this one. But that's a great cover of the Predator, like, just holding a xenomorph by its throat. Going to go down here on G. Once again, very fine condition for $6.
Willie said it was really great to meet Alan on Tuesday, too. Seems like a great boss.
Oh, yeah. He's great. Totally not a madman.
He sounds like he's like under the table. Like
he is under the table. It's where he hides.
Then I realized I didn't answer John's the second question he had. Yes, A is signed by Mr. T.
Yes, it is signed by Mr. T himself. I know we have a current offer on that one for $38. But if they say no to that, you can always pick that up for that $38 offer on that Mr. T.
Adam's coming in first for that AVP on G.
Sweet.
What is the condition on D?
On D, that is in very fine condition. I'll give you another quick little close-up. And it still has the poster included on the inside. It is still attached on this one. That is going to go back up here on D, but yeah, that is in very fine condition. I got G open again. Man, G is... Nope, not gonna finish that sentence. I already knew where that was going. Not repeating my first show here. You had to be there to know what I'm talking about. But also, I mean, you could probably use context clues, but whatever. I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to put up a new book. This is Marvel Spotlight Deadpool. Marvel Spotlight, I think this is, number 46, technically, but it's in very fine near mint condition for $12 there. Got Deadpool right up front and center, letting you know that he's on Marvel Spotlight now. That's going to go down here on G.
And I got Eddie for that last Harley Quinn that was on I.
Nice. Going to replace that on I. Wait, really quickly double check what this is because it is a virgin cover. Alright, never mind, it has it up there. Thank you. This is going to be House of X number 5. This is near mint condition for $5. I can't tell. Let me see if... Oh, this is the La Fuente variant, near mint condition for $5. Got all these different versions of magic on the cover. It's absolutely phenomenal. That's going to go down here on I. Once again, near mint condition for $5 on the La Fuente House of X number 5. Ooh, my stack's almost out. Time to go over here.
Oh no. What is on D?
On D, that is going to be Wizard Magazine number 1 in very fine condition, with the poster still included that came with that first issue, and then there's $150, very fine condition up there on D.
Balance picking up House of X5.
Sweet. Alrighty. Get rid of that House of X on I. I'm going to replace that with Deathstroke the Terminator number 1. This is a near mint minus condition for $15 going on I. Great cover with Deathstroke right up front and center. I mean, it's pretty much all that's in frame except for those birds in the background. But you do have scripting in here done by Marv Wolfman. That is going to go here on I once again. And
we got an offer on D.
Sweet, hit me with it.
Darren wants to do 115. You would at 150.
Can you bump up $5 more, maybe at 120, and it's all yours. Man, we've been going through so many books. What has been up here the longest? Probably that either E or F, I think.
Chris is picking up Deathstroke on I.
I actually have a couple copies of that, so if anyone else wants that Deathstroke, that is the last one on I now.
What is Superman saying while he's punching the Flash on H? Looks like it's Flash that's...
Yeah, no, Superman's not saying a word. It's the Flash saying, "Hi, Superman, what brings you to Central City?" And then he just gets punched in the face. But Superman's not saying anything, so maybe he's under mind control. That seems like a good sign of mind control, but who knows? Maybe you have to buy the issue to find out. Yeah, I think Blue Beetle's been up here the longest now.
John Thurber's picking up that Mr. T at 38.
Sweet.
Darren's picking up Wizard Magazine at 120.
Sweet.
George Hutchins is picking up Deathstroke #1 on I.
Sweet.
Adam's picking up Action on H.
Okay, guys. I mean, I know it's my job to sell you these books, and I probably should have been saying this, but calm down.
Aaron says, yes, Alan's show is great. Reasonable deals, new look, new partner, great show all around. Welcome back, Zach.
Thank you. I'll have to let Alan know that y'all appreciated seeing him, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to drag him on here some other times. I know before he did the show, he kept talking about how he's like, man, I'm going to fall asleep by like 8:15. I'm not able to do the whole show.
I know, right?
I was just like, man, get some energy drink in you. That's all what every other host does. We all survive off these things.
Yeah, and he ran the whole time.
He did run the whole time, which was a feat for him. All right, let me refill this board since y'all snatched up almost everything up here. First thing on A, this is going to be the Phantom Stranger, number 33 in fine plus condition. This is $15. You got Deadman as a special guest on this issue. I will let you know because it's pretty much the major thing that brings down the condition. So I'm going to take off the sticky note real quick. There is this little bit of like abrasion where the ink is missing on there, and there's a little sticker attached. But other than that, still in really, really good condition. $15 going on A. Going on D, let's do Black Lightning, number 1, very fine minus condition for $26. And this is, of course, also going to be your first appearance of Black Lightning. And I believe your origin as well for Black Lightning.
So it wasn't a new partner, like, as far as the live show. I think it was celebrating that Sienna is now an official Ultimate Comics partner along with Alan in the company.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. They do so much work around here. Going on E now. This is going to be Vault of Horror number 29. This is in very fine near mint condition for $10. This is the 92 Gemstone reprint. But this is also the final issue of this series and reprints the final issue of the original Vault of Horror. But that is going to go down here on E. Once again, $10. Very fine to near mint condition on that Vault of Horror reprint from Gemstone. On H, let's do... On H, we are going to do all 5 issues, all first printing, Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness. All of these issues are in near mint minus condition, and this whole set of all 5 issues is going to cost you $35 down on H.
Would you do D for 20 for John Penta? You would have 26.
Yeah, I'll do that for 20. Replacing that on D, let's do Detective Comics number 558. This is in very fine plus condition for $10. You got Batman trying to save a falling man from... I mean, I know it's supposed to be Gotham City, but that also very much looks like the rooftop for like the Empire State Building or the... oh god, what's that other famous skyscraper? Oh... from New York. I can't remember it. Oh well. But anywho, that's going to go up here on D for Detective, very fine plus condition for $10. And then going on, I think I is the only space I got left. Yeah. On I, let's do Captain America number 45 from the Ed Brubaker run. This is a near mint condition for $4. This is got a great Steve Epting cover there with Bucky Cap standing in the middle of these like shadows of Steve and the Red Skull fighting in the background going on. Man, I gotta get you on more books again.
Would you do D for 7? Give it a 10 for George.
I'll do that for 7.
We're getting people saying the Chrysler Building.
The Chrysler Building, that is what I was thinking of.
What is on H?
On H, that is going to be the entirety, all 5 issues, first print of the Marvel Zombies vs. Army of Darkness miniseries. Once again, all 5 issues there, all in near mint minus condition for $35. Yoink. No? What did someone grab? Someone grab that thing on D?
You took that offer on D. Would you do H for 27? Give it at 35.
I can do it for 30 even. If you can do 30 even for that set, it is all yours. Replacing that book up here on D, this is going to be Moon Knight #1. This is in very good defined condition for $35. This is your first issue of your first ongoing Moon Knight series, as well as having your first appearance of Bushman, your origin for Moon Knight, and your first appearance of Khonshu, all in this issue here for $35. Very good defined condition up here on D.
Deal for 30 on H.
Alrighty. Replacing that on H, let's do Vampirella Bloodlust. This is in near mint condition for $10 and has both a Joe Jusko cover as well as Joe Jusko doing all the interior work. That's going to go down here on H for, once again, $10 in near mint condition.
Gustavus picking up Moon Knight on D.
Alrighty. I actually have a second one. It is in slightly lower condition, fairly lower condition. This one's going to be in good to very good condition for $25 as opposed to $35. That is going to go up here on D now. And I think this Italian Batman has been up here officially the longest now, so it must go. But don't you worry, if you're interested in this book, just don't want to leap on it right now. We will get back to it here at Last Looks at the end of the show. For those who don't know, Last Looks is when at the last 15-20 minutes, we go back through this entire box of everything we didn't sell throughout the night and put it up one last time, give you one more chance to either grab it outright, you missed out on it, feel bad, got one more chance, or put in a last minute offer, see if I'll take something a little lower than I was willing to go a bit earlier in the show. Yeah, on F, let's do Strange Tales, number 167, featuring Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Doctor Strange. Very good condition for $35. This is your first cover appearance of Contessa Valentina. Oh my god, that is a long name. Contessa Valentina Allegro de Fontaine. And it's also just, a great Jim Steranko cover, one of the greatest. That is going to go down here on F. Once again, $35. A very good condition on that. Strange Tales. Whew. I feel like we've been going quick tonight. Also, I need to go over here real quick.
On a semi-related note.
On a semi-related note, I'm going to walk away from the table. Alright. I think now it's either the Secret Wars or the He-Man that's been up here the longest.
That's what I was about to say too.
So I'm going to take down that Secret Wars on B first. Put that down in the box. And I'm going to replace it with, this is going to be a set. It is a New Mutants number 13 through 17. All of these issues are going to be in very fine to very fine near mint condition for $75 for the set. There's a good look at number 13 on the front there. Another good look at number 15 on the back. It's going to go up here on B, and just so you know all the details, this is going to be your first appearance of Doug Ramsey, who later becomes Cypher. This is when Magic Ilyana Rasputin joins the New Mutants, and has your first and second appearance of James Proudstar, who is the second Thunderbird, and also becomes Warpath later on. And then last one, your first team appearance of the Hellions. All of that going on this set on B of New Mutants 13 through 17. Once again, very fine to very fine near mint condition on all those. $75 for the set. Whew. Felt like I went on a whole spiel just for that one.
We could have saved that House of X for like a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Magic up with that set.
I mean, hey, it was a little appetizer before this one.
Exactly. So,
Alright. So I'm going to take down the Masters of the Universe on C now. I'm going to replace that with this amazing Alex Ross cover for Justice Society of America #1. This is the Jeff Johns run. Near mint minus condition for $15 on that #1. Once again, that great Alex Ross cover there of the team sitting around the table. Going up here on C. Whew. I forgot. Have we seen anything big from DC from the Comics Pro thing that's going on right now?
There was the, I forget what it was called, the Nightmare something. Let me pull that up.
Oh yeah, it's like another Batman-focused event, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which, with the word Nightmare, I think we're going to get more Scarecrow stuff.
I know, that was my first thought too. I'm like, okay, I'm here for that.
As long as it's not weird Ronin Japanese Scarecrow that we got during Fear State, I'll be happy.
Oh, I kind of love that costume.
I do like the costume, but it was just like, I don't know. It felt like getting a really cool costume while also giving Scarecrow like a storyline where he's supposed to be like the most threatening he's ever been, but it doesn't really feel like that the entire storyline.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I feel like Tinian was just kind of on his way out and didn't really know what he was allowed to do, what he could do, and I feel like it just kind of fell apart a little bit. But that design is still awesome.
It's still really solid.
One issue of Phantom Strangers on A.
That is going to be Phantom Stranger number 33 from DC Comics, and that is in fine plus condition for $15 on A.
So it was Night Terrors.
Night Terrors. Yeah, because I know I saw like some of the big stuff from Marvel, and then obviously that Ultimates thing I was talking about earlier, but I couldn't remember if DC had really announced anything huge.
Eric wants to know if you A for 8, you would at 15.
Could you do 10 for me on that one? I think this Deadpool on G has been up here the longest for the Marvel Spotlight featuring Deadpool. So I'm going to take that down off of G.
And then 10 works for A when you make it over there.
Sweet. Take that down. Well, going on A now. Let's do this. Is in near mint condition for $16. This is Deadpool #1 from the Daniel Way run, 2008. Starts with a Secret Invasion tie-in. Really, really fun though. If you haven't read this run, I highly recommend it. But yeah, Deadpool #1 from the Daniel Way run, 2008, near mint condition for $16. Going on A.
Jen saying, it seems like Night Terrors might be more of an anthology than a Batman event, thankfully.
Oh, goody.
I think you sound skeptical.
I mean, I'm always a little bit skeptical, but I do like the idea of like a horror anthology event for DC. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, I'm the horror guy. I like horror books, so I'm excited for something like that. But, I mean, also, sometimes I feel like every event for DC becomes a Batman event, just like how Marvel, every event somehow becomes an X-Men event.
Yeah.
I still have G open. On G now, let's do Detective Comics number 609. This is in very fine condition for $4. Take the sticky note off so you can see this cover. It's great. You got Anarchy and Batman in like the sky as like embodiments of these two sides clashing against each other as like these, you know, anarchist protesters going up against the police force and the symbol of justice or whatever for Gotham City. But that's going to go down here on G. Once again, $4. Very fine condition on that Detective 609.
Little and stuff, you do C for 10, you hit at 15.
Ooh, what was that again? Justice Society. Yeah, I'll do that for 10. Let's see. Let's do this. On C now, let's do The Punisher number 1. This is from the Garth Ennis run. Near mint condition for $20. Great cover here. I absolutely love this cover. Once again, near mint condition for $20 going up here on C. Alright, I gotta get you guys a full stack behind the scenes here, so flip through these real quick.
Jennifer's picking up Detective on G.
Alright.
Gabriel's kind of countering your claim that every Marvel event ends up being an X-Men event by saying it always ends up being an Avengers event.
That's true too. I don't know, it's just, for me especially, like, past like 3 or 4 years, it feels like, even if it's in a minor way, it feels like the X-Men keep getting brought into events, so it makes it hard for them to make like a really solid like status quo for whatever series is going on at that time.
Walked right past this book.
But I mean, hey, that's just my personal opinion. Ooh.
Yeah, I can't really weigh in. I haven't read any Marvel events recently. Kind of skipped the last few.
I will say I really like Devil's Reign, but also that's because I'm a huge Chip Zdarsky fanboy, so it makes sense.
Jen says, I want more standalone titles and stories. Real low commitment. And then Willie says, seems Spider-Man gets brought into more to me, but...
Yeah, that is true too, because I mean, like, he was part of Judgment Day, even though I think at the time he wasn't even like a part of the Avengers team. They just kind of brought him in because he's a big enough character. Alright. Grab y'all a few more books. Let's see, I got G open. On G, I'm going to do Fantastic Four, number 51. Good condition for $35. Just a super iconic Jack Kirby cover here. This also has your first mention of the Negative Zone, your second appearance of Wyatt Wingfoot, and of course has Stan Lee and Jack Kirby on the team for this one. I will let you know the condition notes I got on the back here for this one, let you know why it's in good condition. There is a significant spine split. The cover is detached. There is some writing and creases and tears, and then there's also a little ink gloss on the front. I mean, you can see it on that bottom corner down there. But still, just super iconic cover. Great book to fill out your collection if you're trying to get some early Fantastic Four going on G. Alrighty. Man, I feel like nothing up here has been up that long.
Yeah, I think
it's either I or E that's been up the longest.
E, H, or I, yeah.
I'm going to do this one on I first. And I'm going to replace it with a classic Sabrina the Teenage Witch from Archie Comics. This is number 33 of the series in very good minus condition for $8. And as you can see, Sabrina's getting a little broom driving lesson with a little student driver sign attached to the back end of her broom there. That is going to go down here on I for keep your eyes on the sky, I guess, because you can't, there's no road. So I guess keep your eyes on the sky. And then, yeah, I'm going to go E next. Place that reprint of Vault of Horror with a Marvel 2-in-1. This is Marvel 2-in-1 number 26, featuring The Thing and Nick Fury. Very fine condition for $5. And you got The Thing threatening Nick Fury's life there by shoving him out a window in a skyscraper. That's going to go down here on E. Once again, $5, very fine condition. And then H. Placing that Vampirella on H is going to be... This is the first thing, it was the closest thing I could find to She-Hulk so far. I'm going to keep an eye out still, but it does have an appearance of her on the cover here. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 348. Very fine near mint condition for $8. You got Spidey and a whole bunch of his Avengers friends teaming up to take on the Sandman down there. That is going to go down here on H. Once again, very fine near mint for $8. Yeah, we'll get back to Moon Knight later.
Yeah, the other thing that they had mentioned too, as far as differences from Tuesday, that Alan didn't run last looks.
Ooh.
So he did make his time. He just, cut that.
He just cheated. He cheated. He cheated. He didn't make his time.
That. But instead of cutting like the last 2 hours like he was thinking he might, he just cut off that like last 15-20 minutes.
How dare he? How dare he? That is sacrilegious. There is an order to this show. There is a routine that must be kept. Speaking of routine, it's routine time for me to put up a new key issue for the night. This is something that I think was supposed to be run on Tuesday, but I don't know if they got around to running it or not.
That, or they might have run like one of them, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just going to, screw it, run it again, see what y'all think. This is going to be issues 1 through 5 of The Punisher. This is the first miniseries they did focusing on him. And yes, I know it says 1 in a 4-issue miniseries on that first issue, but they decided they need an extra one about halfway through the series. Once again, that's going to have all 5 issues of his first miniseries. Fine to very fine condition or very fine plus on all those issues. And it is $150. And this bundle here has all newsstand copies going up here on D.
It's like with Rom v Swamp Thing. You had 9 of 10 and then 10 of like 15 or whatever.
Yeah. Or even 2015 Secret Wars did that, where it was like, I think it was 8 issues to start, and then they had to extend it to either 9 or 10 by the end of the series or something like that.
Yeah. Jen was saying, we left at 9:45. It was great.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Man, if I wasn't afraid that Alan would stop in, I'd say just screw it. Let's end it early tonight. Keep that train rolling. Me going instantly from scoffing at Alan for not keeping the schedule to me going, man, that sounds nice.
There is an order to things.
Alan set the example. It's fine if I do it, right?
I learned it from you.
I learned it from watching you. It's one of the best drug PSAs of all time. Man, you're clacking away over there.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Request for Transformers.
Alrighty.
Let's see if these can stand up a little bit closer. The glare is not being kind tonight.
I know I saw this earlier, so I'll put this up.
She always made Punisher next to Punisher.
So...
It's a little bit better.
A little bit better? Oh yeah, I just realized we did put Punisher next to Punisher.
The one I didn't try to do, but that one might not show up as much because it has the other bag.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's just make this easier on
people. Could probably at this it's either B or A.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, either one's fine.
I'm gonna do B. Gonna trade out this set for a set to fulfill a request we just got, because I know I saw this earlier, so it was a quick grab. This is all 4 issues. Let me see. I'm gonna give you the specifics on this real quick. All right. So, this is all 4 issues of the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover from Marvel Comics. These are all going to be in very fine to very fine near mint condition for $25 for the set. And then, just so you know, the issue 1 and 2 are going to be direct editions, and then the issue 3 and 4 are going to be your newsstand copies. That is going to go up here on B.
Request for Iron Man. And they were saying that Transformers was a series that was a 4-issue mini that then just kept going.
Ah. Well, still got G.I. Joe Transformers up there, so that's pretty cool. Let's do this. I'm gonna replace this Deadpool on A. I'm going to replace it, once again, doing our request real quick. This is going to be the Invincible Iron Man, I think this is the annual. Yes, the Invincible Iron Man annual number 5 in fine condition for $15. In this issue, you have the resurrection of Eric Killmonger, and then... The second note is a bit long. It says, Eric Killmonger, believing T'Challa to be deceased, removes the Black Panther's cape and wears it as a sign of feigned respect. So you can kind of say Killmonger dressed as Black Panther first appearance. I don't know. But this definitely, for sure, has the resurrection of Killmonger here. Fine condition for $15. I'll put that up here on A.
Alright, Jason's picking up that ASM, Brian's picking up that G.I. Joe, any Spawn?
Yeah, I got some Spawn in there. I'll keep an eye on and flip through and find some for you. But in the meantime, let me fill up these slots. On B, I got Tales of the TMNT, number 37. This is in very fine near mint condition for $25. Absolutely phenomenal Casey Jones cover there of him like leaping down. That is going to go on B here. And then on H, let's do Aliens, Earth Angel. This is another one-shot alien story from Dark Horse Comics. Very fine plus condition for $4. I mean, got a great cover here of a xenomorph like appearing over a person who's currently having a face hugger attached to them. But that is going to go down here on H.
Eddie wants to know if you do A for 12, you do 15.
I'll do that for 12.
Just try to straighten up just a tad, just because the glare is being unkind this evening.
Great.
I was about to like trip myself to catch that.
Alright, hopefully that stays up. Going on A, so then I can go look for Spawn stuff. This is going to be Captain America number 237. This is in very fine minus condition for $8. Just a great action cover here of Captain America riding his motorcycle through a Nazi base while they all fire at him. It's just a really good cover going up here on A. Once again, $8, very fine minus condition. And what did you just take down? H?
Yeah, Adam just picked up the Aliens Earth Angel.
Sweet. On H now, I'm going to do, once again, just to fill out so I can go find some more books for y'all. This is Batman number 577, near mint condition for $4. Really cool and interesting cover there of Batman crawling through the sewers with what I assume is like Killer Croc's mouth. Once again, I would assume, but I'm not 100% sure. Once again, near mint condition for $4 going on H.
That's really cool though.
It is a really nice cover. It's almost got like I know it's not Mignola, but it's almost got like a Mignola-esque style.
Mm-hmm. Jen is saying the glare is a cruel mistress.
It is. If only there was some sort of professional box light somewhere in this room that we could use.
Good thing we've had them for 2 years. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh.
Oh?
I just found a really cool cover.
Jen said, if only.
If only.
What number is on E? That is Marvel 2-in-1, 26. I keep throwing my Sharpie on the floor.
No. These just to give y'all some new books up on the slate. Probably, I think, either this or the Nick Fury down there on F. I'm gonna take down that Punisher on C first. Replacing it on C. Fulfilling a request for some Spawn. Let's start off with, this is the one that gave me like that audible reaction.
Okay.
It's just really awesome and kind of like weird and out there and almost like a metal album, which works for Spawn. This is Spawn number 188, near mint minus condition for $18, and just, I mean, look at that cover. That's like, I don't know if anyone's seen the movie Mandy, but it gives me heavy Mandy vibes. But that is going to go up here on C. Once again, that is Spawn 188, near mint minus condition for $18.
Yeah, I can see that. I got requests for Momoko and Black Widow.
I don't know if I have any Momoko in the boxes, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for anything Black Widow for you.
Chris St. George picking up Spawn on C.
Sweet. Alrighty. Well, I'm on, let's see, on C now. I'm going to put a different, demon-possessed character. Let's do Ghost Rider number 1. This is the retailer edition, near mint condition for $15. This is the Ghost Rider number 1 from the Garth Ennis run specifically. Got this nice cover there of Ghost Rider just kind of chilling on his motorcycle, like not even moving. He's just kind of sitting there hanging out, being a cool biker dude. That's going to go up here on C. Once again, near mint condition for $15. And then on, what do I got open? F.
Yeah.
On F, I'm going to be placing Spawn number 111. This is in near mint condition for $20 and has this absolutely phenomenal cover done by Capullo and McFarlane there. Just a great little, almost portrait shot of Spawn there going on F. And I'm already back over here.
Chris picking up Spawn on F.
Alright, let me know if you wanted me to keep grabbing some Spawn stuff, because I know there's some other stuff, but I don't want to oversaturate with Spawn. It's Spawn.
Chris says more Spawn.
More Spawn, I got you. Let me get a couple other books real quick, and then I'll go back to my little Spawn mine I have over here. Oh, my boy. Right, and back to my spawn hole. My spawn hole. I probably, you know what? It's almost worse than the first week thing, so I'm going to stop saying that too. Alright, I got, let's see.
Little catchphrases?
Yeah, let's call them that. Let's call them catchphrases.
Just practicing for your action figure.
Absolutely. I really... Instead of, like, the black velvet paintings we get, I just want an Ultimate Comics action figure of me.
Yes.
Going on F now, because it was requested. I'm going to keep giving it to you. This is Spawn 187. I don't know who does this cover, but it's really, really nice. It is in very fine near mint condition for $25. You almost got, like, this almost somber image of Spawn standing there. No cape, no frills, just thinking. Going down here on F, once again, $25, very fine near mint condition on that one right there.
It's the, I forget how to say his name, Wells Portaccio.
Yay!
First one's going to be do it for 20, give it a 25.
Yeah, I'll do that for 20.
And then if you put more Spawn on, please put it on a different space.
Yeah, no, don't you worry. I'm gonna put it on a different space for you. But going on that F spot now, let's do Amazing Spider-Man 274. This is in very fine near mint condition for $12. You got Spider-Man dealing with the ghosts of all the people he thinks he's wronged in his life. But that's gonna be, once again, very fine near mint condition, $12 going on F for Fear.
George is saying Spawn 230 on Tuesday was nice.
Nice.
And then I guess when you were excited in the boxes, Aaron said that Zach found Howard.
No, I didn't need to find Howard. Howard found me tonight. Which, you know what? We're going to take down this Fantastic Four on G.
We did set you up nice.
Yeah. Perfect setup for me to put up Howard the Duck, number 12 and 13. Both of these issues are going to be in near mint condition for $45. And you're like, hey, Zach, what's so special about Howard the Duck 12 and 13? Well, it has the first cameo and full appearance of the band Kiss in Marvel Comics. So, if you love Kiss, you love Howard the Duck. I mean, those two fan bases go together like peanut butter and jelly. Those two issues are going to be near mint condition, $45 on G right up front for you.
E, B.
I was going to say I, too.
Yeah, that was the next one I was about to say on the list. Yeah, got a few that are good to be replaced.
All right, it's a new space. So, we're going to put up Spawn 186. Very fine near mint condition for $25. Once again, just a great cover. This one also without Spawn having his cape on, which I find almost weird at this point, just because I feel like the cape is almost more iconic than the rest of the costume. But that is going to go down here on I. Once again, very fine near mint condition for $25.
Jeremy says, I would contend peanut butter goes better with chocolate.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of a PB&J. I could probably eat a PB&J every single day if I wanted to.
Jennifer wants to know if you Spawn on I for 20 or 25.
I'll do that for 20. Replacing that on I, let's do Batman number 3. I'll double check this last digit here. Yep, Batman number 319. Fine condition for $15. And you have a great Kubert and Giordano cover here of Batman taking on the return of the Gentleman Ghost. Which I've had a discussion about that on the show where I want to do a costume, but it's impossible to do the missing head thing without messing up like the proportions.
Mm-hmm. Darren wants to know if you would do Howard the Duck on G for 35. You would at 45.
Ooh, you picked the wrong person to try and lowball Howard on. I mean, first appearance kissed Howard. If you could bump up to 38 for me, and it's all yours. But let's see. I should probably replace this Batman on H. I know you said E, but I really like that Marvel 2-in-1, so it's going to stay up there a little bit longer. Going on H now, let's do Captain America number 286 in near mint condition for $15. The storyline Deathlock Lives with this great, great cover of Deathlock hunting Captain America with the reflection of Cap in his sight. That is going to go down here on H. Now replacing that Marvel 2-in-1 on E is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, number 153. This is in very fine plus condition for $15. This cover's great. You got Superman entering in while this lady's saying, Jimmy Olsen, he's been murdered. But you have Jimmy Olsen around the corner there saying, if that's Jimmy, who am I? Which, I love that. It's the reverse of, usually, you believe that you're the real person in a clone situation. Yeah. Jimmy, he has such low self-esteem that he's like, I'm not even the real one. I just give up. Who am I then? That is going to go down here on E. Once again, $15 for very fine plus condition.
Man, I love that. It's amazing.
Just instantly gives up on being the real one. He's like, oh my god!
My entire life is a lie.
Jimmy's been murdered.
Then we countered that Howard at 38.
Yes.
George Hutchins is picking up Cap on A and Batman on I.
Sweet. I feel like I should probably ask again before I pull any more, because once again, I don't want to oversaturate. Do we still want me pulling more Spawn books?
I say go for it. None of them upset, so...
Yeah, so... I just have to go... The reason I ask is because I think the upper boxes are empty at this point. I have to go down to the lower ones. I'm going to take a quick seat just so I can flip through these down here.
So the total for I and A came out to 23 already. If you would like to make a separate offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, would you do Cap on A and Bound H for 23?
Which, I mean, yes, I will take 23 for them. But if you want to make a lower offer, yeah, shoot us another offer real quick.
Oh, Cap on H. I just can't read. It had to happen at some point today.
There you go. There we go.
Ah, there we go. Yep, I just can't read. He wants to do it for 23, comes to 30.
Yeah, we were just looking at the wrong ones.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So it's 30, he wants to do it for 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I was like, why am I... Whoops.
Why do number not match?
Yeah, I was like, it's perfect. Like, what's the issue? I'm like, oh. I think it didn't look like a Cap cover.
Oh, yeah.
I'm organizing the books for tomorrow at the same time.
But all right, let's test the waters some more with some more Spawn. So going on AH for Hellspawn, we're gonna put Spawn number 132. This is a near mint condition for $25. This is a Capullo cover, but because of its like painted style, it's almost like in the vein of like a Francesco, like not Francesco Francavilla. Oh God, Frank Frazetta. That's who I'm thinking of. Not Francesco Francavilla. Frank Frazetta. It's almost got like that kind of style to it. But that is near mint condition for $25 on H.
No, George. Yeah, you typed it perfectly correct.
Yeah, no, you were fine. It was on Daniel.
Read. It's okay.
It's all good. Going on I, let's do Star Wars Adventures, The Clone Wars, Battle Tales. Man, that is a lot of words for that title. This is going to be issues 1 through 5, all in near mint condition from IDW for $45. Got that great cover on issue 1 there of Anakin leading the clone forces, and an even better, in my opinion, cover of Grievous on issue 5 leading some of the separatist battle droids. But that is going to go down here on I for that full set, $45.
What are the grades on Howard the Duck?
The grades on the Howard the Duck ones are, both of those are in near mint condition. So both that issue, was it 13 and 14? Yeah, issues what? Sorry, I'm either misreading. I was misreading. It is 12 and 13. Both of those issues, 12 and 13, are in near mint condition. There's your 12. There's your 13.
Chris picking up this Spawn.
Sweet. Replacing that Spawn on H. Let's do Daredevil number 1. This is in near mint condition for $15. This is from the 1998 series with that beautiful Casada cover. It's one of my favorite Daredevil covers of all time. And you also have Kevin Smith writing on this series, going on H for Hell's Kitchen.
Welcome, Joe. How are you doing? What's up? He said, "What's up?"
What's up, Joe?
What up?
What's up? Let's go back to the 90s a little bit. What's up?
Yeah, I know, right? Joe was saying, as someone who has made that same mistake multiple times, we work with comics because we can't read very well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we make the joke all the time in like the stores where it's like, to work at Ultimate Comics, you have to have at least a little bit of dyslexia.
Joe said, "Weather."
What next? Can we do the Budweiser Toads? Is that the next reference we're gonna make? Probably. What is going on with the scribbles in this one? Oh, is that the one you took down for a second?
Yeah, that's the one that
I was like, when did these scribbles show up?
It's just possessed.
Oh,
it's the warehouse ghost. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Take down B.
All right, taking down that Tales of the TMNT. I'm gonna replace it. Once again, I'm gonna see if this train's still rolling. This is going to be Spawn number 121. This cover is done by Capullo and Danny. Near mint condition for $30. Got this great Spidey homage of.
Yeah.
It's almost a Spidey homage, but also quite not there, because it's not as close as the actual homages they've done to that McFarlane Spidey cover. But this is, close enough, close enough to be an homage to that Spidey cover. Going up here, near mint condition for $30.
Jen was also saying, in addition to the employees of Ultimate Comics having to have a little bit of dyslexia, they also have to have a name that is a variation of Daniel or Zach.
Yes, those are the two requirements now.
All right. So Darren, we countered your offer of 35 on G at 38. Let us know if that works for you.
In the meantime,
Chris wants to know if you would do Spawn on B for 24. You would at 30.
I can do that for 24. Replacing that Spawn on B is going to be Daredevil, Man Without Fear, number 121. This is in fine to very fine condition. For $12, you got Daredevil taking on the Agents of Hydra and the Dreadnought. And also, apparently, there is a side story of Foggy Nelson joining S.H.I.E.L.D. to become an agent, which sounds like a whole lot of fun. But that is fine, very fine condition for $12 up here on B.
Jen was saying that she's glad that she got grandfathered in and didn't need to change her name.
Yeah, no.
Aaron said Xennial, which kind of just sounds like a really rad, if we were to do like the fusion dance.
Yeah, get the Patera earrings in and shit.
Although, if we did that, we would be stuck together. But...
Yeah. I mean, that'd be great for the live show.
What an event!
But, what did he say about Xaniel?
Oh, he just proposed the name. Since we were talking about how it has to be a variation of Daniel
okay, so it's
Ford.
the combination.
Yeah.
The best part about that is that you could, once again, because there's so many Daniels and Zachs, you could easily do like 3 fusion dances and have 3 Xaniels walking around all of a sudden.
Honestly. I mean, we have 2 Zachs that work in the same room here.
No, every single like Thursday when I get here to get ready for the show, there are actively 3 Zachs in the warehouse. But I feel like I should probably take down this Punisher on D. Once again, we just want to give it a shot after the Tuesday show. I'll put this back in the bigger bag. Put this in our last looks box. And we're placing that on D.
Jen was saying, would it be a good idea? The computer would have to be a lot closer to the books.
I don't know. With our powers combined, we might be fast enough to both be up here and be behind the camera.
Maybe.
But let's see. What else we got in here?
We can read just as well as an average person.
Yes! That's our real power there. Oh, let's do this one. This seems like a lot of fun. Going on D now, we're going to be doing Super Comics from Dell. This is number 84. This is in good plus condition for $125. And I mean, this is just some real old school, like golden age, like reprint of like newspaper comic kind of thing. Really common around that time period. Once again, good plus condition, 125. Main star here going to be Dick Tracy, as well as Smitty, Tiny Tim, Harold Teen, and Minnie and Winkle. What? No, Winnie Winkle. Never heard of that one. I've heard most of the other ones, but I've never heard of Winnie Winkle. But once again, that is going to be Super Comics number 84 from Dell. $125, good plus condition on D.
Can you make it a little bit more flush? Just so yeah. Also, I switched screens for a second while you were talking.
Ooh.
And the video was up, but it hadn't caught up to it because it was caught up to wherever I opened it last, so it hadn't caught up to now. But you were in the same position with a different book.
Ooh.
And I was like, you're not talking about... That's not Iron Man.
The Mandela effect had just taken over.
George says, I'm sure it's against the laws of the universe for 3 Zachs to occupy the same space at the same time. Well...
I mean... I don't know if y'all have seen our Across the Zachverse photo we took for our social media, but... you know, sometimes it doesn't work out too well. Sometimes there's a little confrontation if we ever are all at the same place at the same time. But also it makes something's really confusing. Like last week we were trying to... Alan told us to... Hey, he told someone to be like, hey, get Zach to take this box of books with them over to this place the next day. And we were like, all 3 Zachs are here, and all 3 of us feasibly could be going to that place to do that thing for you. So please specify.
That's amazing.
But going on A now. I'm going to test this out. This is Spawn 109. Great Capullo McFarlane cover here of Spawn descending down as this cat is eating a pigeon in the background.
The real focal point.
The real focal point, a cat eating a pigeon. Near mint condition for $25 up here on A.
Jen was saying first and last name, please.
There we go. I'm going to replace this Ghost Rider on C with Silver Surfer Requiem. This is issue number 3 of the 4-issue miniseries. Near mint condition for $5. Absolutely gorgeous cover there. Once again, going up here on C.
No love for the Kevin Smith Daredevil?
No love for Kevin Smith Daredevil.
What was the issue number on the Spawn on A?
That Spawn on A is going to be issue number... It's at the bottom, I gotta double check. 109. Yep, 109.
Yeah, I was gonna try and say it while you were digging, but I couldn't see it.
yeah, no, it's like all the way at the bottom of the page.
Chris is picking up that Silver Surfer Requiem on C.
Sweet.
What is oh?
Huh?
It's Kevin's a good evening just joined in and was asking what was on C, but sorry, it was just claimed.
Yeah, but I can tell you what's going to go on C right now is going to be Action Comics number 280. This is in very good condition for $25. You have this amazing cover. I love this era of Brainiac where he's just in a sweater and button-up shirt. He's just a normal-looking guy on this cover, and he's talking about how he's successfully taken away Superman's superpowers and reduced him and his friends to the size of insects. We can use them as playthings, which I think is really funny because it still looks like Superman's trying to fly there on that cover. But once again, that's going to go up here on C. Very good condition for $25 on that Action 280.
Who can hate on Casual Friday?
Yeah, Casual Friday Brainiac. I mean, you know, he's always working so hard for that hunt of all the infinite knowledge in the universe. And, you know, every once in a while, he needs to take a Casual Friday, put on the shorts, put on his nicest sweater, and just, feel good about himself.
We've got a request for Thor.
Ooh.
Jen saying all I'm asking is for publishers to agree on where to put the issue number and the barcode.
That is a good one. I think my least favorite thing when scanning in like new issues coming out is when they put the barcode on the back cover and it's like directly in the middle of the book. Because I'm going to describe what happened and it's going to seem so minuscule of an annoyance that you're gonna be like, why, Zach? Why does that matter? It matters. But like if it's halfway up the book, you'll pull up the board to scan it, and then the board will stick to the tape from the top of the bag and board. Yep. So every single time you pull it up, get the scan in, and then you have to get the tape separated from the board just to put it back in and then tape it back up. Once again, seems super minuscule, but if you're checking out someone who's got a big stack of books, it's like, you have 5 books with the barcode in the middle of the back. It's like all of a sudden you've added 2 minutes, or a decent amount of time to your checkout time, just because you had to get the tape off the backboard without ruining it.
Yeah, because Image is real bad about that. Crossover and Department of Truth.
Oh yeah,
both.
Feel like I should probably take down. It's either this Amazing Spider-Man here on F or that Star Wars on I.
Yeah.
Or the Daredevil on H. One of those 3. So I'm going to do this Amazing Spider-Man first.
Right. Yeah, I guess Darren will give you another minute here to see if you want to accept that offer of 38 on Howard. Otherwise, it's going to John Thurber.
Alrighty. Well, in the meantime, we'll wait for a last-minute call on that. Going on F is going to be Deadpool, The Circle Chase, number 1. This is in very fine and near mint condition for $20. This is going to be your first solo limited series with Deadpool and has your first appearance of Slayback. That is going to go down here on F. Once again, very fine to near mint condition for $20.
Alright, so Darren's picking up that Howard.
Sweet.
That last second.
Last second. Glad you were able to get it, though.
What is on I?
On I, that is going to be... I gotta take the sticky note off because this is a long title. It is Star Wars Adventures, The Clone Wars, Battle Tales, issues 1 through 5, all in near mint condition for $45. There's that great Anakin cover on the front, and there's issue 5, which has a great General Grievous cover going back down there on I for $45.
That Spider-Man you had just taken off F.
Yes.
Jason wants to know if you do 8 for it.
I'll do 8 for it, absolutely. Put that over there for you. Speaking of $8, going on G for $8 is going to be the Mighty Thor number 289 in very fine condition. You have Thor taking on the Destroyer because he has killed the goddess that he loves, Lady Sif, down there on the ground, or on the, not the ground, the Rainbow Bridge. But that is in very fine condition for $8. Mighty Thor 289 on G.
William wants to know if you I for 30, you would at 45.
I can do it for 35.
What is on D?
On D, that is going to be Super Comics number 84 from Dell Comics. It is basically a Golden Age book of them reprinting like newspaper style comic strips, but in a comic book format with color printing rather than the black and white that it had on the newspaper comic. Pretty common practice during like the Golden Age to kind of go back and reprint those newspaper versions into magazine style. But once again, that is in good plus condition for $125 on D for that Super Comics 84.
Who's picking up Thor on G?
Sweet.
Man, I just realized these is like the perfect height to just
Yeah,
accidentally get the
no,
book cut.
I've had that so happen to me a few times tonight. I love these new things. They're so much clearer and great. But there is, we're going to need to do a little trimming on them just to make them a little more workable as far as visually being able to see the stuff in the back row, and also so it doesn't get caught when you're trying to pick up a book. But once again, that's something for us to figure out.
Deal for 35 on I.
Alrighty.
Chris wants to know if you would spawn on A for 16, you would at 25.
I could do that one for 18. Going on G now, I got, this is going to be Superman 423 and Action Comics 583. They are both in very fine plus condition. This set's me $45, and you're like, Zach, what's the deal with a random issue number of Action with a random issue number of Superman in the same package? Well, these are going to be a continuing storyline between the two of them, and it is the last storyline across both books before the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, and both issues are written by Alan Moore. And you also have George Perez working on this Superman, the Superman 423 on this side, and then there's that Action on the back. Once again, these are both in very fine plus condition. That set's going to be $45 on G.
Correct. 18 on spawn on A was our counter.
Yes. And then going on I, let's do the Mighty Thor 297. This is in very fine to near mint condition for $8. I just love this cover. It's very epic, is the way I would describe it, with Thor holding that sword with the lightning coming off. You can see what appears to be Odin either curing or resurrecting like Valkyrie in the background, and then also in the top you can see Thor just fighting a bear. But once again, it's a very fine near mint condition. $8 going on I for that Mighty Thor 297. Woo! Woo! I just just checked the clock. It's almost halfway through.
Yeah.
So,
About just shy of break time.
I think that means I have to put up. I mean, it's not the biggest book I have over here, but it's gonna be a pretty big one to go into the break with. Actually, what do you think, chat? Should I do, when we come back from our break here after our 8:30 break, do you want me to start off with our big set of the evening, or do you want me to do our slabbed book of the evening? Put your vote in the chat and let us know, and we'll put that next big key up after the break here.
Deal spawn on A.
Sweet.
What is the issue number for the action on G?
On G, so that is going to be Superman 423 and Action Comics 583. Once again, I know it kind of seems random having a Superman and an Action together, but it is a continuing storyline across both of them, written by Alan Moore, and it is the final storyline across both titles before the Crisis on Infinite Earths event. On A, let's do Splitting Image number 1. This is a near mint condition for $10. If I remember correctly, this is kind of like a spoof on the Image lineup at the time, where it's just kind of like jokey versions of all of them, or kind of more joke-oriented stories for each of them. But that is a near mint condition for $10. Great cover with like a slim Spawn. You got Savage Dragon in fishnets and a bra. Just a lot of wacky stuff going on there. But once again, $10 near mint condition up here on A for Splitting Image. And then replace Kevin Smith Daredevil on H. I'm going to replace that with Amazing Spider-Man number 605. Should have ran this book last Tuesday, but hey, you know, better late than never. This is in near mint condition for... Actually, I'm going to say very fine near mint condition because it doesn't have a label on here. But very fine near mint condition for $5. Amazing Spider-Man 605 with this little Cupid Spidey. With all the little hearts of everyone that he loves or has love interest at the time. I don't know. But that's going to go here on H. Once again, $5. Very fine to near mint condition on that Amazing Spider-Man 605. But now, that takes us to our halfway break here. We'll be back here in a couple minutes. We'll keep an eye on the chat on whether y'all want to see the slab when we get back, or you want to see that set when we get back. But we're going to have plenty of more books no matter what to get through, so don't go anywhere. Stick around for a couple minutes. We will be right back.
Welcome to the Ultimate Comics Super Secret Warehouse. We have so many unprocessed boxes, literally thousands. What you just saw in the little shot was not even half of just unprocessed long boxes that we have not gone through yet. This is the stuff we use for our live show, so I thought it'd be really fun to give you guys a behind the scenes look and hopefully find gold. If not, it should still be pretty fun to see what's in this box. All right, let's see what's in this bad boy. Oh, heck yeah. This is the first print of Ultimate Spider-Man 1. This is the OG printing. You know, you got a couple ticks on the spine there, but still probably like a $50 book. Pretty nice. And that is pretty hot right now. Oh, snap. I am very surprised I censored myself. This is the first issue of Knights of the Old Republic. This is a super hot book right now. I am really happy about that. That is awesome. Okay, alright, back to the box. Okay.
And the new Ultimate Comics.
At the new Ultimate Comics in Crabtree Valley Mall, we've got comics, toys, collectibles, and gnarly manga.
At Ultimate Comics at the Crabtree Valley Mall, you can come get your Polaroid taken with Alf.
Waka waka.
With so much to see and so much to do at Ultimate Comics in Crabtree Valley Mall, you'll want to bring the whole family. It's the grand opening Friday, November 5th.
We've got a rad feeling about this.
He's a weekend at Bernie's.
One commie, please.
I've been caught with my in my hand by the boss like 20 times today. I'm not going out there.
Back.
Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm glad you stuck around because we got our next big key set going on.
Except for the one person that left.
Except for the one person that left. We don't care about you. Ugh.
Oh wait, as soon as we said that, 2 people came back.
All right,
So
never mind.
They left to bring a friend.
Yeah, you left to bring a friend. That's all good. But yeah, welcome back. We just got back from a little break halfway through the show. So now we're going to put one of our big keys of the night. This is going to be the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, issues 1 through 6, for both the first and second series, I believe, of the miniseries. Yeah, all these are going to be in very fine to very fine near mint condition. All 12 issues here for $120 going on I got a list of things here. Apparently the volume 1, issue 4, that one's going to be in very good to fine condition.
Yeah, just a tad bit more.
Just a tad lower than the rest of them. And then it says there's a limit. I mean, if you know anything about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, it is an Alan Moore series where it's basically he made an Avengers team of classic literary characters. So like the Nautilus and the whole
Captain
crew.
Nemo,
Captain Nemo and the Nautilus.
The Quartermaster.
Quartermaster, yeah.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's awesome.
The Invisible Man. Like
Yep.
it's a great series, and once again, it's just Alan Moore taking a bunch of classic literary characters and turning them into like a superhero team. But it's a lot of fun. Also, there's a really goofy. It's not great, but it's a goofy movie adaptation with Sean Connery.
I was like, don't let that sour you towards the book, though. The book is really good.
Yeah, no, the movie's not great, but the book is phenomenal.
Man, the movie got Sean Connery to quit acting.
Yeah. I will say, the one thing I always like about that movie is the Invisible Man effects, because it's the Invisible Man special effects for that movie are genuinely like pretty good compared to the rest of the special effects in that movie. And the Mr. Hyde VFX, like the CGI stuff, not the greatest, but the practical suit they have him in when he's like all beefed up is actually like pretty impressive. But yeah, once again, book's phenomenal. Movie, not as much. But also the Invisible Man is played by, I can't remember the name of the actor, but it's the same dude who plays Vincent Van Gogh in that Doctor Who episode.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that.
And he also plays, he played like the Irish mafia boss in season 2 of Daredevil, and he also played, I think it was not Destro because that's G.I. Joe, Despero in the Flash TV series like a season or 2 ago, I think. I haven't caught up on the Flash, like I haven't watched the last 3 or 4 seasons, I think, at this point, but I know he was in there as Despero, I want to say in the last season.
What is on D?
On D, that is Super Comics 84 from Dell Comics. It is a Golden Age, basically it is a Golden Age book that Dell Comics did where they would take a newspaper-style comic strip series and reprint them in a collected form, in magazine form with color printing as opposed to, the black and white they would use in news strips at the time. But once again, old school Gold Age, pre-Comics Code Authority book here. 125 in good plus condition. Alrighty. Ooh, drank too much energy drink during the break.
No.
It's fighting me. Help.
Iron says the best Van Gogh is Kirk Douglas.
I don't know.
I don't know that you can top that Doctor Who episode, though.
I don't know. The Willem Dafoe biopic of Vincent Van Gogh is actually, like, phenomenal. I'd say that's probably, like, my favorite Van Gogh piece of media, which is a weird category to have a favorite in. But that Willem Dafoe movie is really good if you haven't got a chance to see it. It's just really well done. And it constantly like shows things where it's like shows his point of view. So he'll be like standing out in the field in the starry sky, and the starry night painting will kind of wash over the scenery.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice like artsy kind of movie, but it's still really fun. But yeah, other than that, Doctor Who episode is the best way to go.
What is on A?
On A, that is going to be spitting or splitting? Splitting Image, number 1. That is in near mint condition for $10. It's kind of like almost like a off-brand Eck kind of thing for Image comics. So it's all kind of like goofy parody versions of all the classic Image lineup characters. Probably this Daredevil on B, right?
Well, we just got a question on what is that?
That is Daredevil issue 121. Daredevil facing off against the agents of Hydra and the Dreadnought, and also has a side story focused on Foggy Nelson joining S.H.I.E.L.D. and becoming an agent, which once again just sounds like a whole lot of fun. Okay. But that is in very fine condition for $12 up there on B. Since we got someone asking about it, I'll keep that up there for a second longer.
Have you seen Lust for Life?
Lust for Life.
Doesn't sound familiar.
It doesn't sound familiar. What is it about? Let us know, because I'm definitely interested. You know, we always love our movie talk and movie recommendations on this show.
George Hutchins was agreeing with your William Dafoe.
It's so good. It's so good. But in the meantime, while we wait for a summary on that movie, because I am interested, let's put up on E. Let's do Avengers number 86. This is in very good condition for $15. And you have the Avengers taking on a villain called Brainchild, who's just kind of like MODOK, but not as much mechanical stuff. But that is in very good condition for $15 going on E. Also, his design reminds me of from the original, or not the original, but like the animated Justice League series. There was that episode where they went to the alternate universe where it was like the comic books that Jon Stewart grew up with, and then it turned out it was all a nuclear wasteland that was being manipulated by a mutant who was a fanboy of that superhero group when they were still alive. It was really dark and really out there for a kid's show, but that was like one of my favorite episodes. And that Brainchild villain there reminds me of that mutated fanboy character from that universe.
Alan wants to know if you would do Daredevil for $7, you would 12.
I'll do that for $7, absolutely.
Eddie wants to know if you would do Deadpool on F for 12, you have it at 20.
Can you do 14? Bump it up $2 more for me. Going on B while we wait for a response on that is going to be Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. This is issue number 20 in good condition for $25. On this cover, you have Lois worried that Supergirl and Superman are going to forget all about her, even though Supergirl is saying how she loves both Superman and Lois so much because they adopted her as their own child and are taking care of her. Which, I don't know, it seems a bit weird to adopt your own cousin and have her call you dad. But, I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not Southern enough. But that's going to go up here on B. Good condition for $25. Ooh.
Was 14 your counter on F?
Yes.
Then that works for
cool.
Eddie. What is on D?
On D, that is that Super Comics 84 from Dell. It is a Golden Age book where basically they took a bunch of newspaper comic strips of the time, reprinted them in color in a magazine format as opposed to, being in the comic strip format on a newspaper. Once again, Golden Age pre-Comics Code Authority book here, $125 in good plus condition. So if you're just looking for some really cool, like, golden age like comic strip style characters like Dick Tracy and stuff like that, this is gonna be a great book for you. And once again, for those who don't know, we do offer layaway on items. It is 10% down deposit, non-refundable, and then over the course of 6 months you pay it off. If you want to pay more than the 15% a month, just shoot us a message. We'll work it out with you, and you can only have one layaway item at a time.
Why is E in very good?
Why is E in very good? Let me double check for you.
I mean, we're just getting confirmation that the Lust for Life is the Kirk Douglas movie that everybody was saying was their favorite actor.
Yes, then I have not seen the Lust for Life one, so I guess I have to go give that a watch to give it a fair chance compared to the Willem Dafoe one. I mean, I'm looking at this. There's not any staining on it or anything. The main thing is that it's got a lot of creases and a decent amount of color breaks. So let me give you a little closer look. I mean, you can see there's a good amount of creasing down here with a lot of color break. You got a good amount going down the spine here. There's also this ridge going on along the spine. You do have some little chipping going on here at the top. Also got a little tiny bit going on here at the bottom as well, and then just blunted corners. So yeah, it's mostly just because of how how much color break and how many creases and stuff are on this book. Other than that, it seems to be in good condition. Everything's attached. The staples still look fine. That was on E, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
George was saying that's just how they roll on Krypton in response to...
Ooh. Krypton, the West Virginia of space.
And he was also saying Defoe was great in Shadow of the Vampire.
Oh yeah, that's also a great movie.
Would you do E for 8? You have it at 15.
Can you bump it up to 10? Just an even 10 for me. Going on F is going to be The Flash, number 220 through 225. This is going to have the entirety of the Rogue War storyline by Jeff Johns. These are all going to be in near mint condition, and that whole set is going to be, $40 on F for Flash and for $40.
Can you show D up close?
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it's in good plus condition. I mean, you can see decent amount of chipping and stuff going on the spine here. You do have some little stains and stuff on the cover, and definitely a good amount up here at the top. But I mean, once again, you're getting a golden age reprinting book, which are pretty hard to find. And I mean, once again, it's just cool seeing pre-Comics Code Authority like reprint stuff like this. I mean, reprinting.
Sticky note like a little bit.
Oh, just move it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like it was just $12.
Oh yeah, no, it's $125. But yeah, I mean, it's just really cool. I mean, reprinting comic strips from like newspapers is super vital to the history of comic books. I mean, the first produced comic book in America was a reprint of newspaper comic strips at the time. It was just given away for free at grocery stores. So, I mean, reprint stuff like this is like super vital to the history of comic books.
There's a little history lesson.
Yeah. Thank my comic book course up at App State for that one.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, no, that was 100% from that.
And then chat right now is just William Dafoe love.
Oh yeah, I mean,
basically just listing all the things that he's been in and saying he was great in this movie. He was great in this movie.
He's my favorite Jesus. Let's see. Probably the action on C at this point, I think. Either that or the splitting image. Or the Superman on G. One of those three, I think.
Either
I'm going to do the
action.
action.
The action, yeah.
I'm going to do the action on C first. Take that down, put our little box over here.
Well, Aaron is saying he didn't care for his goblin, though.
Ooh. Controversial take there. The one thing I wish is that they went with the original costume design for the Goblin for that first Tobey Maguire movie. If you haven't seen it, do it after the show. But you can find on YouTube the like test footage of them trying out like an animatronic, like comic accurate Goblin mask. It's really wild. It's great looking. Because I know originally Sam Raimi wanted to go like a super monstrous route with it. That's why Spidey has the organic web shooters and stuff like that. But then he got kind of talked out of it because of budgeting, and also putting a giant animatronic head on top of Willem Dafoe is maybe not the greatest idea. So, but still, you can find that test footage on YouTube. It's really wild, and I kind of still wish they used it.
How many issues is an F?
On F, that is going to be issues 220 through 225. So that's going to be 5 issues total. And once again, that's going to be the entirety of the Rogue War storyline by Jeff Johns. Near mint condition, all of those. Near mint condition for $40. On C, let's do Mystery Tales number 17. This is in good plus condition for $5. Don't dare miss the strange story of Snake Eyes as this magician manipulates this couple to ride around on dice. I don't even know what's going on here, but this is just, one of those classic pre-Comics Code Authority, just kind of like random out there books. Mystery Tales, number 17, good plus condition for $5 up here on C. Once again, if you want, love some Golden Age stuff, want some pre-Comics Code stuff, but, can't quite do that $125 for that Super Comics. You got that there for $5 for you. Probably the Superman on G.
And then A, probably.
Yeah, and then A after that. But first, replacing that Superman in action on G is going to be Miss Marvel, number 17. This is in very fine condition for $35. Just a really great cover here with Carol Danvers threatened with her life by a villain off screen. I don't know, just the emotion in her face is very genuinely drawn in here. But that's going to go on G. Very fine condition for $35. Alrighty.
Kevin's asking, what was the name of the series that Zach was comparing Brainchild and Avengers to?
Oh, it wasn't a series. It was a 2-episode arc from the Bruce Timm Justice League series from the early 2000s. So technically, yeah, it's from the Justice League animated series. But it was just a 2-issue arc where they went into an alternate universe that was once again, really hard to explain, but it's just really dark and out there and really weird for a kid's show to be here's a post-apocalypse universe where this one person who's mutated is enslaving citizens left behind so he can keep his fantasy of his superheroes still being alive going. It's real out there, but it's a lot of fun.
Would you do C for 3 or 5 for Alan?
I think I'm going to keep pretty steady on that 5. It's a great price already, even for, a lower grade book. It's still a great price for something pre-Comics Code Authority for something like that. So I'm going to keep pretty firm at that 5 on that one.
What is the Flash on F?
On F, that is going to be Flash issue number 220 to 225. That is going to be the entirety of the Rogue War storyline by Jeff Johns. All of those are in near mint condition, and that whole set is $40.
And then, Will, we countered 10 on your offer on E. Let us know if that works.
I know we had that request for some Iron Man earlier. So I'm going to see if y'all are still interested in some Iron Man. So I'm going to take off this Amazing Spider-Man on H. And I'm going to replace it with Invincible Iron Man number 4. Issue number 4 of Iron Man. Very good plus condition for $45. Iron Man taking on the Unicorn, the most threatening name of villains. If If you've seen Cabin in the Woods, you know a unicorn's pretty scary. But that is going to go on H. Very good plus condition for $45. Daniel liked that one. Daniel liked my Cabin in the Woods reference.
I love Cabin in the Woods.
It's so good.
Alright, wheels passing on C. No worries.
Gotcha. Yeah, once again, it's just... I don't want to go any lower because it's a pre-Comics Code Authority book and it's already $5. I can't go much lower than that, something like that.
David wants to know if you Iron Man on H for 40, give it 45.
I'll do that for 40. Alrighty, going on to replace that Iron Man, let's do another set. This is going to be Venom Knights of Vengeance, issues 1 through 4. This is going to be your big crossover between Venom and I believe the Ghost Rider at the time, which was called Vengeance, which was, I want to say it was like the Spirit of Vengeance had just created its own body as opposed to having a host. I could be wrong in that fact. It's been a while since I read anything involving Vengeance, but this whole set, all 4 issues, near mint condition for $30 is going to go down here on H. Gonna replace this splitting image on A, and I'm gonna replace that with a Wizard number 1, or 1, sorry, not 1.5, just 1/2. Wizard number 1/2, or 1, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but this is in collaboration with Top Cow Comics. This is gonna be Tomb Raider, the special edition Wizard, like half issue. I don't know what to say for that number, but that is going to go up here on A. Very fine near mint for $15.
Kevin's saying that Gizmo looks sleepy.
Gizmo does look a little sleepy, but I mean...
Is there something on Gizmo's face?
There's a mustache that someone's implanted on his face.
Jen put that mustache there like a year ago and has been dying for someone to notice it.
Actually, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to tilt him up a little bit. I'm going to hope this doesn't mess up the display. But Gizmo's got like wide eyes right now. This dude is in another realm right now. Sure don't mess up.
Jen just came with the all caps. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, well, he's got his ET head because he just read Blue Book.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He just read Blue Book just like me, and he's so happy about it.
Also, Donny Cates has worn that Gizmo head.
Oh, nice. Does that up the value of it in any way, or just...
I don't know.
Now we can make a clone of Donny Cates. If we ever start our own publishing.
I don't know that there's enough... I don't know that the world can handle 2 Donny Cates. Especially if both of them have Twitter.
Both of them will both of them have Twitter, but only one will be verified.
The whole thing is them just trying to prove that they're the one that should be verified.
They're the real Donny Cates.
We have not put up the Howard the Duck slab.
We have not put up the Howard the Duck slab. I'm hoarding it. But I will put up a new book. I just have to figure out what I'm going to replace first. I'm thinking probably the Avengers on E.
Yeah.
Actually that, or Super up on D, because that's been up here for a
I
bit.
might as well do Super first.
Yeah.
We'll give Will a little bit longer to see if he'll take that offer at 10.
But going on D now, let's do Anti-Venom, New Ways to Live. This is issue 1 of the 3-issue miniseries in very fine and near mint condition for $15. And this is going to have Anti-Venom taking on the Punisher in this issue, going up here on D. Once again, very fine near mint condition for $15.
What is on A?
On A, that is going to be the Wizard 1/2 special edition for Tomb Raider from Top Cow Comics. That is in very fine and near mint condition for $15. It's basically like a little preview book that Wizard used to put out before first issue came out. So it was like basically like almost an advanced reader copy kind of thing, but it came with Wizard magazine. I think I've given him enough time on that E.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that down. Take down that Avengers on E. And I'm going to replace that with Savage Dragon #1. Very fine and near mint condition for $15. This is also going to be your newsstand copy for the first issue of Savage Dragon. Going on E.
Hey, Aaron, we don't have it on tonight, but I did message you about that. I found that book. So if you want to check your inbox when you get a chance. Because I know I missed it the first time. I found it the second pass through that box when I was looking for something unrelated. As, you know.
As you do.
As things be. Well, remember, we can't read.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing. Probably either F or G, I think, at this point, right?
I think B's been up a little bit longer than at least G. I don't know. It's all relative now.
Yeah, I can't even remember anymore, so I'm just gonna take down this one on B. Take down the lowest lane on B. No more weird relationship between Superman and Supergirl.
So we just look at the pictures and guess.
Yeah. Going on B now. This is another one of our bigger sets of the evening. This is going to be the Mighty Thor issue 225 to 228. So you're getting 3 issues? Nope, 4 issues total. Very fine to very fine plus on all of these. The whole set is going to be $250. There's that $225 on the front. There's that $228 on the back. That is going to go up here on B. And this set of Mighty Thor is also going to have your first and second appearance of Firelord, as well as your origin for Ego, the Living Planet. My favorite planet with facial hair. Now I'm going to take down G. Replacing the Miss Marvel on G is going to be Amazing Spider-Man #28. This is from the Mackie run with Bennett on art. And you got this great cover by John Romita Jr. on here. Near mint condition for $20 going on G. And this is, of course, from the second Spidey series. So I think it started in 1999. But yeah, great Romita Jr. cover on there on G for $20. And then replacing this Flash set on F is gonna be Daredevil #25, near mint condition for $6. You got this great this is David Mack, right? Does this one? Yes, David Mack cover there. I love the watercolors there. Going on F, once again, $6, near mint condition for that Daredevil.
Yeah, those watercolors are gorgeous.
I'm really excited because the podcast I listened to a lot, last podcast on the left, they're putting up a second volume of their graphic novel series. And apparently David Mack is doing some of the art for them on that.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm so excited for that to come out.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that I just had David Mack doing the A covers for the Spawn books.
Oh yeah.
The last one issue of each of them, but That's pretty interesting. But Brock's a huge David Mack fan, so I made sure to bring those over to him before
they got in the boxes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, do you need it? Because he's a huge Daredevil fan, too.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you need either of these? Or, like, any of these? What else do you guys want to see, though?
Yeah. Once again, if you have any requests, I can keep an eye out on the boxes. Especially, in this last hour, it's a good time to put in some of these requests because, once we get the last looks, there's no more requests. We're just going to be going through everything we've already put up. So now is a great time to put in any requests to see any specific stuff up here. Alrighty. I think I picked up
Star Wars.
Alrighty. I will let y'all know if you're into some Star Wars stuff. We're going to be doing it's not a special show. It's not like we're doing it on Saturday or anything. But the next Thursday show, we are going to have a bunch of Star Wars stuff up to celebrate the new season of Mandalorian starting next Wednesday. So if you're looking for some Star Wars books, whether it's more modern or the Dark Horse stuff or the old school Marvel stuff, keep an eye on the Thursday show. You might be surprised. We'll have a bunch of Star Wars stuff up here. But I'll keep an eye out in these boxes to see if I have anything else in the meantime.
Any milestone?
Ooh, actually, I have some milestone stuff right here.
Adam says, oh wow, that's starting already?
Yeah, no, it came quick. Also, I completely forgot that February is a short month. So we usually get our previews catalog where we order our figurines and stuff from the last week of every month, and this week I was going through our order and I was like, why do we have the previews books already? It's 2 weeks away. And then I remembered, oh yeah, this month ends on Monday. But we did have their request for some milestone stuff. This is definitely a little on the modern side for milestone. But let me replace probably the Mystery Tales at this point, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Take down Mystery Tales. And I'll replace it with, this is from last week. This is Icon versus Hardware #1. This is the 1 in 25 Cowan incentive variant. $20. Got Icon snapping hardware over his back like Bane did to Batman. That's going to go up here on C. I found some good stuff in the boxes, so I'm going to try and replace some more stuff. So I'm thinking Tomb Raider on A needs to go.
Any Stephanie Brown Batgirl?
I haven't seen any, but I will definitely keep an eye out for you.
See, I don't think I've
found
any Batgirl recently.
Yeah, I have not seen any Batgirl whatsoever in there. But once again, I'll always keep an eye out for you, even if I don't think it's in there, just in case, because you never know. Sometimes, I flip through these boxes hundreds of times. Sometimes you just get things lost in your brain and don't even realize what's in there.
Yeah.
But
I price things for those boxes and I forget what I put in there half the time.
Yeah, no. I remember that cover we were in earlier was the meta Batman cover. When I pulled that out earlier, we were like, oh yeah, that's in there. I love whenever we get that. But going on A now is going to be Incredible Hulk number 142 in very good condition for $35. This is going to have your first appearance of Samantha Parrington as Valkyrie. Once again, very good condition, $35 going up here on A on that Hulk 142. I found some good low-grade stuff, so I'm hoping y'all enjoy this because there are some really good books in there. So I think I should I'm probably going to replace the Savage Dragon on E. I'm going to replace that with Fantastic Four. This is issue number 39, good condition for $35. A blind man shall lead them. The Fantastic Four teaming up with Daredevil to go against Doctor Doom. Obviously, there's significant creasing. You can kind of see it on there. There is tape along the spine, and there is some tearing going on. But once again, just a super iconic book from the Lee Kirby Fantastic Four run. Once again, it's in low condition, but if you just need to fill out that run, because this early Fantastic Four stuff is always hard to fill out, this is going to be a great book for you going on E.
Probably
either D or yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll take I now. Taking down the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen on I.
Adam's picking up Fantastic Four on E.
Sweet. Yeah, that's just a great book to pick up. Replacing that on E, let's do The Flash, number 156. This is in good condition for $10. I will let you know the cover is attached, as well as there's a decent amount of creasing going on in this cover here. But still a great Flash issue here, where the Flash is wanted for treason, and Iris and Wally feel utterly betrayed by their best friend, and he's Earth enemy number 1. Once again, good condition for $10 on E for that Flash. And then on I, to replace that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I mean, y'all have been requesting it, and I'm never going to reject a request for him. This is Howard the Duck, number 12, 9.6, CGC slabbed. First cameo appearance of Kiss in Marvel Comics. $80 for that 9.6 slab going up on I.
Would you do C for 14? You got it 20.
I'll do that for 14.
What is on A?
On A, that is Incredible Hulk, number 142, in very good condition for $35. That is going to be your first appearance of Samantha Parrington as Valkyrie. Going on C now, I'm going to be placing Batman number 320 in fine condition for $10. This is an absolutely great cover done by Bernie Wrightson on this one, with Batman being prowled by some little Inquisitor goblin creature with a crossbow. Once again, fine condition, $10 up here on C for that Wrightson cover. Oof. Oof. You know what I need to equal out my burps from energy drink? More energy drink.
More energy. Just drown it out.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take down this Venom on H. And I'm going to replace that with... this one. This is a great book. Going on H now, we're going to be doing Daredevil, Man Without Fear, number 183. This is in very fine and near mint condition for $25. Super iconic cover here of Daredevil getting shot by the Punisher. Probably one of my favorite Daredevil covers of all time here. That is going to go down here on H. Once again, very fine near mint, $25. What else can I replace? Probably the Daredevil on F.
Going for David Mack.
Going for David Mack. Someone for that one?
No, I'm just straightening up a little bit while
gotcha.
I was grabbing this.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Let's do next up on F. Let's do DC Secret Origins number 3. This is in fine plus condition here for $8. Great Nick Cardy cover here with a reprint of Wonder Woman number 1 and a reprint of Sensational Comics number 1, both getting you the origins for Wonder Woman and the origins for Wildcat. Going on F once again for $8. Fine plus condition on that Secret Origins number 3.
do F for 5, you have it at 8.
Yeah, I'll do that for 5. Going on F now. Let's do Ghost Rider number 29. This is from the Jason Aaron run. Near mint condition for $30. You have a great Durjovic cover here. And this book is going to have your first appearance of Malik, which is the Ghost Rider of the Middle East. And also your first appearance of Bai Bu Jing, which is the Ghost Rider of China. So you got an international Ghost Rider meetup in this issue. Near mint condition for $30 on F. And I mean, we've talked about this before. Durjovic Ghost Rider covers are just always phenomenal. They're always gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like that. That is the one artist who knows how to draw Ghost Rider. I know we said we're going to have a bunch of Star Wars stuff next week for the Mandalorian special, but hey, that won't stop me from putting up a good Star Wars book now. So let me replace this amazing Spider-Man on G, and I'm going to replace that with a Star Wars Darth Vader #1 from the Karen Gillan run. Very fine, near mint condition for $35. This is going to be your first appearance of Black Chrysanthemum, your first cameo appearance of Dr. Silo, and this is going to be the first ongoing solo Vader series with a great Adi Granov cover there. Once again, first appearance Black Chrysanthemum is probably the biggest thing there since he's already made his physical appearance in the Boba Fett series last year. But once again, that is $35 there. Very fine near mint condition on that Darth Vader #1.
I'll do the Batman on C for 5. You put it 10.
Yeah, I'll do that for 5. I want someone to go home with that Bernie Wrightson cover. Love Bernie Wrightson. I was going through my collection of random stuff the other day, and I found something I forgot I had, which is this old Bernie Wrightson lithograph print from a art he did for it was like a novella collection for Stephen King, and I forgot what specific story it was for. It was something about werewolves in a church, because that's what the picture is a bunch of werewolves inside a church, and it's signed by Bernie Wrightson on it. And I'm like, oh, this is the greatest thing I have now. I'm glad I found it again. But yeah, so love me some Bernie Wrightson. I also have one of those big artist edition books of his where it's a mixture of his Frankenstein stuff and Swamp Thing and a couple of other horror things he did. But enough about me and my collection. I don't want to be bragging on the show. I mean, I kind of do. That's why I said it. But still. On C, I'm going to be placing Wolverine number 88. This is in very fine plus condition for $80. And this is going to be your first battle between Wolverine and Deadpool in comics. Obviously a big issue since they announced that Wolverine's officially going to be in Deadpool 3. Once again, that's $80 up here on C. Very fine plus condition for that first battle between Deadpool and Wolverine. God, I love this cover, but it makes me have a question I never thought I'd want to ask before. And so you all know what I'm talking about. I got to put down a book. So I'm going to take down this Anti-Venom on D, and I'm going to replace it with Swamp Thing Green Hell number 2. Waited, 2-3 years for this book to come out. It's finally here. This is the 1-in-25 ratio done by Paquette for $15, and raises the question, Why does Swamp Thing still have human gums and teeth?
Well, is that Swamp Thing? Or is it the
duplicate?
Yeah, like that like kind of amalgam of the green and red.
I think it's supposed to be the amalgam, but it still very much concerns me that he has...
Either way.
Either way, I don't like how it still has animal gums and teeth. But yeah, that is a great cover by Paquette up there on D. The 1-in-25 ratio for Swamp Thing Green Hell. Number 2 for $15 there on D.
John Penta's picking up the Flash on E.
All right. Oh, that's already gone.
I got you.
Here, you got it, just like the Flash. So fast I couldn't even see you.
Emilio wants to do that Wolverine on C for 70 or 80.
Yeah, I'll do that for 70, absolutely. Replacing that on C. We had the set up earlier, but maybe this single issue will do better. This is going to be Action Comics 583. Near mint minus condition, so it's in better condition than the one in that set from earlier. $25. Once again, this is your last issue of Action Comics before the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, and it's written by Alan Moore.
Aaron says the better to eat you with, my dear.
I don't like that. Oh, I got E open still. Debating on spaces, I still got one open. On E, I'm going to be placing Detective Comics 1000. This is in near mint condition for $10, and this is going to be the Jim Steranko variant. I absolutely love this one. It's so nice, especially with like the lack of usage of like too much outline. It's mostly like the work of the shading and coloring on this one, as opposed to like thick outline work. It's still a great cover going down on E for $10.
Lou's picking up that Howard the Duck 9.6 on layaway.
Sweet.
What is on B?
On B, that is the Mighty Thor issues 225 to 228, all in very fine to very fine plus condition. Except for, was that this one? No, it wasn't this one.
No,
that was the others. That was the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen said. But this is, once again, 225 to 228, Mighty Thor, very fine to very fine plus condition, $250 for the set. That is going to be your first and second appearance of Firelord, as well as your origin for Ego, the Living Planet. And just for those who don't know, Firelord is one of the heralds of Galactus. And then on I, to replace that Howard, let's go with this Brave and the Bold 126 in fine condition for $8. You got Batman and Aquaman teaming up on this issue to take on some underwater Nazis. Going on I, once again, fine condition for $8.
Under the aquatic Nazis.
The worst kind of Nazi.
Yeah. The water level was always the worst level. So, it tracks.
I was about to make a history reference, and I was like, I don't even know if anyone's going to get that one.
I was just gonna reference the water temple in Zelda Ocarina of Time.
I was gonna say the USS Indianapolis event was the hardest water level of all time. If you don't know about the USS Indianapolis, research it if you want, but it's pretty gruesome. I won't go any farther than that because it's definitely not safe to talk about on the air. But if you want to learn more, USS Indianapolis.
Would you do I for 5? You have it at 8.
Yeah, I'll do that for 5. Going on I now, to replace that is going to be Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 8. This is the 1 in 50 Sean Murphy foil variant for this book. This 1-in-50 ratio is going to be $80 down there on I. Once again, that is for the most recent / last issue for Beyond the White Knight. And it is the 1-in-50 Sean Murphy foil ratio.
And it's the foil version of that secret variant.
Yeah. With soups on it. Which I think this is also... I mean, I'm not caught up on Beyond the White Knight, but I think this is like the first time we've seen soups in this version of the DC universe. Is in this storyline and maybe even this issue.
That is true. I haven't read this issue yet, so I don't know that. But it would be the first. It is the first time we've really seen him, yeah. At least on a cover. John says, not a claim, but that foil looks amazing.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I just love Sean Murphy anything.
Me too.
I have, once again, I feel like I don't want to brag, but I'm just talking about stuff I have. One time I went to Heroes Con and they had Sean Murphy there, and I was able to buy an original piece of art he did. It was a drawing he did of Rocket Raccoon.
What?
Yeah. So I have that back at home.
What?
Yeah.
I'm jealous, because, yeah.
I mean, but this was also, like... Yeah, this was before he, like, really, really blew up. Like, this would have been, like... I think right before, like, Tokyo Ghost came out. So, like, I know he was...
Also great.
Obviously around before that, but I feel like Tokyo Ghost and, like, right after that time period is, like, when he really blew up on the scene.
Yeah, because that's when he started doing, like, Joe the Barbarian with Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
He did Wake with Scott Snyder, which really gave him that traction to do his own thing.
Yeah, which I'm glad it did, because all the White Knight stuff has been really, really good.
Yeah.
And I really want them to do an animated movie out of them, please. But anywho, back on track with selling books. I gotta replace something. So I think I'm gonna replace this Incredible Hulk on A. And I'm gonna replace it with a Batman 361. This is in very fine condition for $20. This is gonna have your second appearance of Harvey Bullock and your first cover appearance of Jason Todd, which I'm guessing, in this case, Jason Todd is that little redhead boy falling to his death. But that is going to go up here on A. Once again, $20 for that Batman 361.
Aaron was saying that Quint from Jaws tells the story of the USS Indy.
Oh yeah, I forgot that is a major part of his speech. Yeah, no, there's more to it than Quint's speech. Like, specifically, like, the event itself is horrible, but, like, even the details of the rescue, like, when they're saved, that's it's horrifying. Once again, I don't think I can safely talk about it on stream, but, personally, because I listen to him all the time, and I always give him a plug, even though I'm not sure if I'm allowed to plug anything on this thing. But Last Podcast on the Left does a great series covering the USS Indianapolis from, like, beginning to end. They just do all that, like, great stuff for everything.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, although...
Brock is picking up that Batman on A.
Sweet. Although, Last Podcast, boys, if you somehow see this and you do want to sponsor me, hit me up.
Are you using your platform to benefit yourself?
Yes, absolutely. What point is there for me being here if I'm not going to benefit myself and my non-existent social media standing?
You're going to get a message from Sienna later, like, what the heck?
Why do I have 3 emails from the Last Podcast crew?
Why do I have a cease and desist?
They sent a cease and desist for me advertising and plugging their podcast. But going on A now, let's do... Is this SFTV? I think it's SF.
I think so.
Yes, so SFTV... this is... It doesn't even have an issue number on this one. But it's SFTV magazine. Very fine minus condition for $85. You got a Batman retrospective interview in here, I believe, with both Adam West and Burt Ward, as well as a retrospective the fall TV preview for the upcoming season of The Twilight Zone. And then you also have Battlestar Galactica 1980 being advertised as well on here. But that's going to go up here on a SFTV magazine. Very fine, minus condition for $85.
Number 5.
Number 5 of the magazine. Thank you.
Norman's asking what the Hawaiian shirt is today.
Oh, the Hawaiian shirt today is kind of just like a Cantina Band vibe. I'll give you all a closer look. But yeah, it's just got like a bunch of members sitting around drinking or dancing to the Cantina vibes. So it's just kind of a nice little fun bright shirt. I bought it on Sunday right before I went to go see Ant-Man. I also bought, it's a little too warm to be wearing it right now, but I also bought a racing jacket that's pod racing. So it has like pod racers and stuff on the back and the front and the sleeves and everything. But who knows, maybe I'll wear that next week. Maybe it'll be cold enough.
Jeez, man.
Never in this warehouse though. It'll never be cold enough in this warehouse.
I was just gonna say the weather. This February feels like spring.
Yeah,
it is summer.
That's the other thing too, is it keeps jumping up and down. It's like it's either a 70-degree day or it's a 45-degree day. And I know 45 degrees ain't that cold, but it's a pretty drastic drop to go one day from 70 back to 45, then back up to 70.
I don't know if Willie's still here or not, but he's gonna call you out, I'm sure, for saying 45 degrees being cold.
Here's the thing, is it's generally cold for people here. I will still be just wearing this, like a short sleeve. I'm still good because I lived up in Boone for a little while. That entire area is just either freezing cold or you're just dealing with a ton of wind because everything is like a wind tunnel up there because you're just in a giant bowl in the mountains.
Brock wants to know if you do that Thor set for $220. You have it at $250.
Yeah, I'll do that for $220. Absolutely.
What is on D?
On D, that is Swamp Thing Green Hell number 2. That is the 1 in 25 paquette ratio variant for $15 on D in near mint condition. Going on B now. I gave it a little break. Comb back through, go right back, see how we're still feeling on this. This is going to be Spawn number 137, near mint condition for $50. You got Spawn on the rooftop calling down some green lightning. Just really showing off. That's going to go up here on B. Once again, $50 near mint condition on that Spawn 137.
You got Norman in your corner, says that I love Hawaiian shirts, wearing one tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no, once again, there's always exceptions. For the most part, you will catch me most days wearing a Hawaiian shirt, t-shirt combo. They're just so comfy, and it's like you can wear it in warm weather, and you can wear it in slightly chilly weather too. It's just the perfect all-around piece of clothing.
And Aaron says it was 70 here in Ohio today.
Nice! Also, quick question for someone who lives in Ohio. What do you think about all the Ohio memes online recently? Or have you not even seen them? But it's just been everywhere, and I'm curious for someone who lives in Ohio. Does it accurately represent your state, or are you upset by all these memes that come out? Probably going to take down this Ghost Rider on F. And I know we had a request for Stephanie Brown Batgirl. This isn't quite Batgirl because it's a spoiler outfit, but it's still a great cover. This is Batgirl's number 15. This is the 1 in 25 ratio done by Kim Jacinto. $20. Just great cover there with the vibrant pink background with both... oh God, what's her name? I know her as Orphan mostly. I can't think of her actual name.
Oh yeah. Shoot, I was gonna say Orphan, and then my brain blanked once you said that wasn't what you were gonna say.
Yeah, I was trying to think of her actual name. But you have Orphan and Spoiler there on that front cover. Once again, that is the 1 in 25 ratio for Batgirl's 15, $20 on F.
Just found the books for that combo offer that I couldn't read earlier.
Nice.
Just reminded of my shame.
Just instantly brought you back down.
This is your failure.
This is your failure. You will be reminded of it day after day, as long as you must look upon me.
Cassandra Cain.
Cassandra Cain, thank you.
Yeah. It's like, I knew that. I could not think of it.
One of the worst adaptations, not worst with a T, worse with S-E, adaptations from the DC movie universe, changing her from a mute, kick-ass character into kind of just like a, almost like a, feels weird to say it, almost like a young, like, Aquafina type character. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, I don't know, it just feels like teenage Aquafina type beat with that version of Cassandra Cain.
Aaron was asking, what memes are you talking about?
What?
You were talking about the Ohio memes earlier?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you don't... It's basically just a bunch of people going, like, either saying Ohio doesn't exist, like it's just a fake made-up place, or people just being like, Ohio people are weird, and Ohio is a strange place with, like, almost fantasy-style rules. That's about as easily as I can explain the memes online, without actually, like, physically showing all some, but I don't have time for that.
Hey, just give it, like, a couple months, it'll be a Department of Truth, like, one shot.
Yeah. Ohio. It's just Department of Truth, subtitled Ohio, but it's in quotation marks.
Ohio is for lovers?
Let's do this. I'm going to replace this action on C with a Captain America and the Falcon number 212. This is in very fine and near mint condition for $10. You got Cap taking on the Red Skull there on the cover, and this cover is beautifully done by Jack Kirby. Going up here on C, once again, very fine near mint for $10. I'm going to replace this Detective on E with a Lazarus Planet Dark Fate number 1. This is the 1 in 50 David Marquez and Alejandro Sanchez foil variant for $75 going on E. And
Aaron says it's real. I'm here.
It's real. That's what you say. And
that's
then
what somebody who wanted us to believe Ohio is real would say.
Yeah.
You triggered something for Carlos. He said he hated that movie so much, ruined a great character.
Oh, Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I remember when they were like, we're having Cassandra Cain. I was like, cool. And they're like, she's going to be the streetwise, smart aleck teenager. I'm like, no.
That's not the character.
It's just the opposite. Just make a new character. It doesn't need to be Cassandra Cain. Why not make that Stephanie Brown? Just saying, like, just make that Stephanie Brown. I know, like, the criminal orphan background still doesn't hold up compared to Stephanie Brown, but, like, at least the personality fits a little bit more with that character.
Yeah.
But going on G, so I can stop myself from complaining too much. This is I Am Batman number 18. This is the 1 in 25 ratio from Nicholas Draper Ivy. $30, absolutely gorgeous. Kind of back to that, like, almost watercolor paint style here. $30 going on G.
It says Ohio was founded not long after NC. Let's see. NC 1789, Ohio in 1803. Sweet.
How dare they establish Ohio so soon?
Yes. Establish.
Trying to find some good last minute books for y'all up here.
Yeah. We'll get into our last half hour, so we're getting pretty close to last look.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes till last look, so I want to get y'all some good stuff for my good box here.
Oh, this is your good box.
This is the good box. I mean, I think it is. It's got all the good oldies in here.
Any last minute requests?
Yeah,
here?
this is literally last chance to put in a request for anything specific, because this will probably be our last time looking through the boxes. So if you want to put in a last minute request for me to look through real quick to find something for y'all, just let me know. And once again, if you're looking for, because I know we had a lot of people asking for specific issues last week, if you were ever looking for a specific issue of a series, shoot us a message directly to the live show account. And that way we can, track it down, put it on the list, and when we find an issue, we'll let you know and add it to your invoice that week. So yeah, if you have any specific issue requests, shoot us a message directly. If you just have like a request, like I want some Captain Marvel, let us know right now. Yeah.
Any Adam Hughes?
I haven't seen any Adam Hughes stuff, surprisingly, in here, but I'll look through our modern box real quick here in a second for you, just in case. Alright, in my dig through this box. Put these over here and do a quick flip through for your Adam Hughes. Hey!
Sounded promising.
Yeah, almost instantly promising. Just doing a last little bit of a check here. This looks like it's probably going to be it in this box. So I don't want to look too much longer. But let's see. What can we replace up here? Probably this Daredevil on H. Take that down and replace that Daredevil with that request for an Adam Hughes book. We have Wonder Woman 172. This is in near mint condition for $8. Obviously has a great Adam Hughes cover there. And also this issue has the death of Hippolyta, the mother of Wonder Woman. Probably replace Swamp Thing Green Hell. No one wants the gums and teeth. Everyone has that same fear I do. Going on D now, let's do Detective Comics number 504. This is in near mint condition for $30. Got a great Jim Starlin cover here with Batman taking on the Joker, and he's being attacked by a samurai Joker in a box.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. That is, once again, near mint condition, Jim Starlin cover for Batman, $30 on D for that detective. Let's do... Probably replace... I think this SFTV's been up here enough. So I'm going to put that back down here. And I'm going to replace that with... You got a good look at him in that new Guardians trailer from the Super Bowl. What was that, last week? I think? Was that last week?
It's like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago. I think it was last week, though. But this is going to be Strange Tales, number 178, fine minus condition for $65. This is going to be the beginning of the ongoing series for Adam Warlock. This has your first appearance of Magus, who is the evil version of Adam Warlock from the future. Your first team appearance of the Universal Church of Truth. And your first appearance of the Matriarch, who is the leader of the Universal Church of Truth. That is going to go up here on A. Once again, fine minus condition for $65.
Larson's picking up Wonder Woman.
On H. Alrighty. I'm going to replace that Wonder Woman with Amazing Spider-Man 258. Fine minus condition for $15. Absolutely gorgeous cover there, which always reminds me of the Spider-Man animated series because they recreated this in the intro sequence of every episode. This issue is also, on top of just having an amazing cover, an iconic cover, it's also going to be the issue where Reed Richards discovers that the black suit is actually an alien symbiote, and also is the debut of the bombastic Bagman costume, everyone's favorite meme Spider-Man costume that shows up in almost any piece of Spider-Man video game media. Like it's almost always guaranteed to be like a bonus costume.
I absolutely used that one for a little while, at least, on the PS4.
Oh yeah, I think the one I used the most often on the PS4 was the white and black version of the Spider-Man 2099 costume.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like that recoloration. I would either use that or oh god, what was the other one I used all the time? I think I used to use just the classic Scarlet Spider costume with the hoodie and everything. I just love that suit.
B.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably replace that Spawn on B. Looks like our Spawn luck ran out there, but who knows? Maybe they'll be interested back at last looks. Going up now on B. Once again, I'm trying to get you some good books to finish off the show with. Oh, let's do this one first. This is going to be Captain America 241 in fine condition for $30. Absolutely phenomenal Miller cover here. This is also going to be, I mean, you see it on the cover. You got Punisher and Captain America, but this book is also going to be their first battle. So this is the first time Cap and Punisher ever went face to face in a battle. Going up here on B, once again, fine condition for $30. Probably Sean Murphy on I at this point. Gonna replace that with What If issue 31. What if Wolverine had killed the Hulk? This is in very good minus condition for $30. Just a really great what if scenario there with that one. I mean, it's also probably one of the most pivotal points in Marvel Comics history to do a what if about. With a great cover there as well with the classic Wolverine costume. That is going to be there. And I very good minus condition for $30.
F.
Yeah, I was going to say either F or E. Take down that Batgirls on F. And this is going to be our last book before last looks. On F, replacing that Batgirls ratio is going to be Superman and Supergirl, or I think this is just Superman 86. I'm sorry, no, this is DC Comics Presents 86, presenting Superman and Supergirl. This is the Crisis on Infinite Earths tie-in. This is actually going to be 80... I'm actually going to go back in here. This is going to be Comics Presents 86 and 87, which is going to...
matters.
Hmm?
So you need to get the one that matters.
Yeah, I do. I'm just going to put this down here for right now on F. That's $35 there. And this 2-issue set, once I find your second issue in this box, because I accidentally left it behind, that is going to have your first appearance in Origin for Superboy Prime, and is obviously a Crisis on Infinite Earths tie-in. Let me find that second issue for you.
Alan wants to know if You do H for 9, you would at 15. That's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'll do that for 9. Starting to feel like getting flashbacks to that one run where we just didn't have half of them.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm still flipping through trying to find that other DC Comics Presents.
We can grab it after if anyone picks it up.
Yeah.
No worries.
Because we know it's in here.
Can confirm.
Can confirm.
Man, H is open. Put something on H.
Yeah, I should probably put something.
Let it go.
No, never. I'll never let it go. Well, I'll fill out H real quick and then we'll get to last looks. I take back what I said about that being the last set of books on A. Going on H real quick before we end out, or at least get the last looks. This is going to be Batman issue 389, near mint condition for $15. You got Batman on a rainy rooftop as he's supposed to be, as he's being stalked by someone else. Crazy Batman being stalked on. While he also has the ghosts of, I know that's Catwoman, but I don't know who the other person is in the sky. $15 near mint condition down there on H.
What are the issue numbers for the DC Comics Presents?
That, when it's all said and done, once you grab that second issue, that is the wrong thing. F. There we go.
Yeah.
That is going to be, when it's all said and done, that is going to be DC Comics Presents 86 and 87, both of which are Crisis on Infinite Earths tie-ins, and is going to have your first appearance and origin for Superboy Prime.
Brock's picking up Batman on H.
Alrighty. Give y'all a couple more seconds with these books up here before I get to last looks. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and put some of our bigger things on this bottom row. Going on H, first is going to be the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Once again, that is going to be the full sets for the first 2 runs on that series. I will say the issue 4 of the first run is going to be slightly lower grade than the rest of the books in that set. But once again, those 2 sets together are going to be $120, so it's about $10 an issue for the first 2 League of Extraordinary Gentlemen series. Let's go with replacing E is going to be that Super Comics 84 from Dell Comics. Once again, that is a Golden Age book that reprints a bunch of newspaper comic strips. Pre-Comics Code Authority, Golden Age book there. Also, I mean, once again, like I said earlier, reprinting those comic strips were kind of pretty vital point of early comic book industry. Replacing those DC Comics Presents on F is going to be that SFTV number 5, that magazine with that Batman 66 retrospective. Very fine minus condition for $85 on F.
What was the grade on the DC Comics Presents you just took off of that?
Those are going to be in very fine to near mint and near mint condition. So they're both going to be pretty high grade. Placing the I Am Batman on G is going to be the Punisher 1 through 5 set. This is the first limited series for the Punisher in its entirety. Fine to very fine to very fine plus condition. Whole set, once again, $150 on G. And then, because I think it's a better cover to have up on that bottom row than that What If, I'm going to put back up that Sean Murphy foil cover, that 150 ratio for the Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 8.
Would you do the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen set on H for 100? You're at 120 for Brock?
I'll do that for 100. Going back on that H slot is going to be the Spawn 137 near mint condition for $50 on the H. I'm going to start taking down these books on this top row. And if you're like, even if I pull a book off of here and you're still interested, you can still let us know, because we can still dig through this box over here after the show and pick out anything you're still interested in, or pick it out now if you want to put it in an offer. Let me...
what was something with Punisher was on B?
That would have been...
It was the Captain America.
Yeah, it was the Captain America first battle between Cap and Punisher.
Would you do it for 20 or would it 30?
Can you do 23 for me? And then it's all yours.
23?
Yep.
So 23 works, George.
I'm going to go through these because I just have them right here, even though they were up pretty recently. I'm gonna put
the
back
Tomb Raider was the Wizard 1/2.
Yeah, that was the Wizard 1/2. That will be coming back up here in this box here in a minute. But right now, I'm gonna put back up that Batgirl's 15, that 1 in 25 ratio for $20 on A. Then on B, I'm gonna put that Swamp Thing Green Hell 2, that 1 in 25 Paquette variant on B. On C, now we're back to the old stuff from the beginning of the show. This is going to be that Wolverine Inner Fury, that one-shot like graphic novel from Marvel. Near mint condition for $15. Absolutely great Psychovix cover and interior art on this one. On D, I'm replacing Avengers 125, fine minus condition for $10. Beautiful cover with Thanos there, done by Ron Wilson and John Romita Sr. Placing our Batgirls on A is going to be Blue Beetle number 24, near mint minus condition for $10, with Len Wein doing the scripting on this. I will say we already sold one of these earlier, so we can't go any lower on that price point. It just wouldn't be fair. Replacing Swamp Thing on B is La Adventure de Batman. Or The Adventures of Batman, number 2, the Italian edition, fine condition for $15 up on B.
Would you do D for 6? You would at 10.
I'll do that for 6. Going up on C to replace that Wolverine is Secret Wars number 1 from the Jonathan Hickman run, near mint condition for $30 up on C. On D, I got those Masters of the Universe Origin of He-Man, Skeletor, and Hordak. All of those near mint condition for $28 for that set on D. Replacing the Blue Beetle on A is Marvel Spotlight number 46, featuring Deadpool in very fine and near mint condition for $12. Replacing the Italian Batman on B is going to be Captain America number 45 from the Ed Brubaker run, near mint condition for $4 with that beautiful Steve Epting cover there. Replacing our Secret Wars is going to be the Vault of Horror number 29. Once again, this is going to be the 1992 Gemstone reprint. It is the final issue of the reprint series, as well as the final, or reprinting the final issue of the original Vault of Horror. Taking down that Masters of the Universe now, and replacing it with Vampirella Bloodlust, near mint condition for $10 with Joe Jusko cover and Joe Jusko interior art. Taking down that Marvel Spotlight Deadpool, going to replace it with a Moon Knight number 1 in good to very good condition for $25. Once again, this is your first issue of your first ongoing Moon Knight series. It has your origin story for Moon Knight, your first appearance of Bushman, and your first appearance of Khonshu. Give that a second while I put some of these books in my box down here. Going up on B now is going to be that New Mutants set. This is New Mutants 13 through 17, all in very fine to very fine near mint condition. Once again, I got a laundry list of first appearances here. This is your first appearance of Doug Ramsey, who becomes Cypher. This is when Magic or Ilyana Rasputin joins the New Mutants. This has your first and second appearance of James Proudstar, who becomes the second Thunderbird, and then later on becomes Warpath. And then also your first team appearance of the Hellions. That is going to go up here on B. Once again, that whole set is going to be $75.
What's the condition of the Moon Knight on A?
That is going to be in good to very good condition. Let me give you a little closer look at that one as well. Going up on C to replace my Vault of Horror is going to be the Punisher #1 from the the Garth Ennis run, near mint condition for $20 up there on C. On D, replacing our Vampirella is Strange Tales #167, very good condition for $35. First cover appearance of Contessa Valentino Allegro da Fontaine, and of course, iconic cover by Jim Steranko there.
Would you do A for 20, go to 25?
Yeah, I'll do that for 20.
Let's go with Nathan.
Sweet. Replacing that Moon Knight on A is going to be Deadpool #1, near mint condition for $16. This is the first issue of the 2008 Daniel Way run. Once again, near mint condition, $60 on A. On B, replacing our New Mutants set is going to be Fantastic Four 51, good condition for $35. Once again, if you just need a low-grade Fantastic Four book to help fill out that early Fantastic Four run, this would be a great copy for you. Going on C to replace that Punisher is Sabrina the Teenage Witch #33. Very good minus condition for $8. On D, replacing our Strange Tales is Batman 577, near mint condition for $4. Great cover there. Once again, kind of reminiscent of like Mike Mignola's style. I'm going to give myself a second to breathe. Any word back on that offer in the cap?
Not yet. Yeah, George, we countered at 23 for that cap with the Punisher on the cover. Let us know if 23 works.
Yeah, let us know.
Can you straighten up D a little bit so we can see the...
Yeah. There you go. Is that better?
It's better. It's still got some glare in the center, but it is better than it was.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's just Batman.
It's Batman. Batman 577.
He's causing the glare so you don't see him.
Exactly. Replacing our Deadpool #1 on A is Marvel 2-in-1 #26, featuring The Thing and Nick Fury. Very fine condition for $5. Once again, up there on A. On B, replacing that Fantastic Four is Tales of the TMNT #37. Very fine near mint condition for $25 there with that great Casey Jones cover. Placing our Sabrina on C is going to be Captain America 237. Very fine minus condition for $8 there. Now on C, yes, that is $8. That was the one that we had that little mix up earlier on.
Yeah. Third time we screwed. Yeah. Speaking of, it is George who had made the offer on me.
Oh, yeah.
The cap, too.
There we go.
So just the triple reminder that I can't read.
Going on D now, we got that Daredevil #1 from the Kevin Smith run with that great Casada cover. Near mint condition for $15 on D.
I'll get better.
I swears it. Going on A to replace our Marvel 2-in-1 now is Ghost Rider #1 Retailer Edition from the Garth Ennis run. Near mint condition for $15 on A. On B, replacing our Tales of the TMNT is going to be, oh my god, so many rhymes in a row. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, #153. God, I ruined it by saying that thing in the middle. Very fine plus condition for $15. This is that one where Jimmy Olsen instantly gives up on being the real one and instantly gives in to being the fake version of Jimmy Olsen. Going on... Oop.
I'll leave you the Daredevil on D for 10. You would at 15.
I'll do that for 10.
Good. Somebody needs to pick up that Kevin Smith Daredevil.
Yeah, it's got that great Posada cover. On C now, I got Action Comics #280. Very good condition for $25. This is our Sunday best Brainiac there. He's ready for his church.
It is very Easter.
What denomination do you think this specific cover of Brainiac is? I can see him as an evangelical with that sweater and shirt combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
He goes in one of those super energetic evangelical ones where he's just like waving his hands in the air with his eyes closed the entire time too, just dancing around. Anywho, back to actually selling books instead of my little weird side stories about Brainiac going to church. This is going to be Superman 423 and Action Comics 583. This is that set. Both of these are in very fine plus condition. Once again, these are going to be the final 2 issues for Superman and Action Comics before Crisis on Infinite Earths, both written by Alan Moore. Replacing our Ghost Rider on A is Amazing Spider-Man 605 for $5 in very fine near mint condition. This is that Cupid Spider cover on A. On B, replacing our Jimmy Olsen is gonna be Splitting Image #1 near mint condition for $10. On C, replacing our Action is Avengers #86, very good condition for $15. That's them taking on the Brainchild on C. On D, we got that Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, #20 in good condition for $25. This is that one with West Virginia Superman going on D. On A, replacing our Amazing Spider-Man is going to be Miss Marvel #17, very fine condition for $35.
You too, Aaron. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Aaron. On B now, replacing our Splitting Image is The Flash 220 to 225, all in near mint condition for $40. That is your entire Rogue War storyline from Jeff Johns. On C now, placing Avengers, we got that Mystery Tales #17, good plus condition for $5. Once again, that's a nice Golden Age pre-Comics Code book there for you. Back by popular demand, aka just someone asked about it a couple minutes ago, we got the Wizard 1/2 Tomb Raider, very fine near mint condition for $15 on D. On A, replacing our Miss Marvel is going to be Savage Dragon #1 in very fine near mint condition, and this is the newsstand version for $15.
I've got Brandon Curran, so I don't know if you would do C for 3, you would at 5, it's that mystery.
Yeah, I'll do it for 3 now. Going on, where did I leave off? I just left off. Did I just put down Savage Dragon or The Flash? I think I just put down Savage Dragon.
So I don't remember.
I don't remember either. So let me take on The Flash on B. Going up on B now, I got a new set. This is the Venom Knights of Vengeance issues 1 through 4, all in near mint condition for $30 for that set there on B. On C now, I got that Daredevil 25 with that gorgeous David Mack cover, near mint condition for $6. On D, replacing our Tomb Raider is going to be that Amazing Spider-Man number 28 with that John Romita Jr. cover, near mint condition for $20 on D now.
Yeah, have a good night, Adam.
Good night, Adam.
Here.
On A, replacing Savage Dragon is going to be Anti-Venom, New Way to Live, number 1 from the 3-issue miniseries. Very fine and near mint condition for $15. You got Anti-Venom taking on the Punisher in that issue. On B now, replacing our Venom set is the Incredible Hulk 142, $35 for very good condition. First appearance of Samantha Parrington as Valkyrie in this issue. Placing our David Mack Daredevil on C is our Durjovic Ghost Rider number 29, near mint condition for $30. Once again, like I said, Durjovic cover. First appearance of Malik, who is that Middle East Ghost Rider, and first appearance of Babu Jing, which is the Ghost Rider of China, on C.
Keith wants to know if you would do the Spider-Man on D for 10, you would at 20.
I can do it for 13.
Brock's picking up the Anti-Venom
on A. While we wait for a response on that Spidey on D now, I'm replacing that Action Comics. $5.83 again, near mint minus condition, $25. Once again, final issue of Action before Crisis on Infinite Earths, written by Alan Moore. On A, I'm replacing that Detective Comics 1000, the Jim Steranko variant. Once again, near mint condition for $10 up here on A. On B, replacing our Incredible Hulk is Darth Vader number 1, very fine near mint condition. First appearance Black Chrysanthemum, first appearance Dr. Silo, and it's also your first ongoing Darth Vader series. And then our last book of Last Looks on C, replacing that Amazing Ghost Rider book, is Daredevil 183, very fine near mint condition for $25. Super iconic cover of Daredevil getting shot in the stomach by the Punisher, going up here on C. Alrighty, now that I'm through my box of Last Looks, I'm going to give y'all probably about a minute here, put any last minute offers or claims. Wait to hear back from those 2 offers for the Captain America and the Amazing Spider-Man. And get myself all a little organized and cleaned up here a little bit while we wait. While we're also waiting, I just want to go ahead and start saying, thank y'all for watching again. Always love hosting. Always love being here for y'all. I hope y'all love watching it and, hanging out with us, buying some books, having a good time. Once again, I think next week I am back for both the Tuesday and Thursday show again.
Oh, yeah? So
I think next week is another double whammy of Zach. Gotta let Sienna rest after the big Comics Pro expedition. But who knows? Probably, I would think maybe the week after that, the schedule will kind of go back to normal with Sienna on Tuesday and me on Thursday. But, who knows? We don't know anything 2 weeks in advance here. It's only 1 week in advance. Or sometimes just 2 days in advance. Who knows? But yeah, so I should be here next Tuesday and Thursday for both shows. So hope you're excited to see double whammy week of me once again. But I think I've finally kind of just spun my little gerbil wheel enough to give people enough time to put any last minute claims in. So I think it's about time to end the show.
All right.
What do you think, Daniel?
It seems as good a time as any.
Alrighty then. Well, I just once again, really quickly, thank y'all for watching. Love doing this with y'all. Love being here. Can't wait to see y'all next week. And I'll see you next issue. You have a good rest of your night.